It's the comic book show. It's the comic book show. It's the comic book show. Yeah.
Welcome back to Twin Galaxies Live, where every Wednesday at 9 p.m. PST we do the comic book show. This is where we've gathered an all-star cast of comic book experts from around the web to bring you this week's comic book news, reviews, previews, and discussion. I almost didn't make it through that one.
You did good.
We're going to do a quick round of introductions, but before that, just a quick reminder that this show is really all about you mofos and your chat, which is blown up super big in front of us right here. Tofu says, wait, Toff612 says picnic. Thank you for the suggestion, but instead we'll do the comic book show. 12
Why don't we do both?
Do both.
We should. If anyone would like to bring us a picnic,
yes, please.
We will partake.
Yes.
12 Bench says celebration and joy.
Indeed.
Yay! Mwah. Which also could be a picnic. So it's all coming together.
It's all good.
Yep.
Sure.
We're going to do introductions. We're going to do them really fast. We could do them a little slower this time because we only have 3 people.
4.
Yeah.
Not counting myself.
Yeah, okay.
I am Jennifer Zhang. You know me from such stuff as The Evil Inside, a feature film I produced and wrote 2.5, 3 years ago now at this point. There's more in the works, but you'll just have to wait to see what that is.
Chicken-down.
It's porn. No, it's not true. It's not porn. This is Matthew Hiscox.
Naked art.
Speaking of porn, Matthew Hiscox.
This is Matthew Hiscox, whose last name would imply that he's a natural for porn, but he's not.
Yeah, I can like imagine like a Russian director be like, "Give me Hiscox! Bring him in!
Bring in Hiscox.
Bring him in! Bring in Hiscox!"
It works not only for the director, but that's also what the porn star could be shouting out too.
Right there.
Yeah.
Problem solver.
Matthew Hiscox is, you know him most recently from The Death of Superman Lives, a documentary by John Schnepp in which he portrayed Superman and built the suit.
With a mullet.
Yep.
And he's Batman.
Some disambiguation. He portrays Nicolas Cage as Superman.
Yep.
Did you
It's an important
did you have to
detail.
like watch Nicolas Cage movies to get into the...
I did. I didn't have to.
You did though, right?
He gets to.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was a choice.
Also the
So
director
good.
of Batman Death Wish, a viral Batman short film that's on YouTube that you can watch right after this show.
Which you should watch right after the show, because we now have 1.95 million views.
Oh.
And when we hit 2 million views, I will get spectacularly drunk.
Will we all be invited?
Yes.
Then I am on board for this.
We
Watch.
might have to go
Watch
to Las
Batman
Vegas
Death
or
Wish.
something, so.
It's actually exciting. Whenever Matt gets drunk, he just texts me and probably other people like random images of alligators.
Yeah.
Oh yes, motherfucking butterflies.
Like that.
That
like
was one of
that.
them.
I don't know
That
what's
was one of
happening.
them.
He does. He's a drunk texter.
And yet amazingly I remember these things too.
You do. It's true.
Speaking of remembering things, this is, I don't know. This is Wes Calimer. He's very good at remembering things.
I'm awful at
But he's also,
terrible.
that's true, you're not, but he's memorable.
All right.
From some such stuff as, one more time for editing, from such stuff like Cutting Veggies,
Yeah.
which is a film he did, popular with lesbians.
All right.
She's not going to let that part
Also
go.
a contributor with TheRealStanley.com, a writer for Boing Boing Comics, Boing Boing, and Blast Off Comics.
Oh, and an avid viner.
Avid Viner. Check out his Vine.
How many followers do you have now?
2,500. Yeah.
Does anyone have a mic in a pocket?
Nope.
A mic in my pocket? Mine's right here.
Another one. Never mind.
Another one bites of this.
And that one is.
That one.
Look at Ackerman. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Mr. Lucas Ackerman, Sir Lucas Ackerman, head of the movement that is 1 million to save Wolverine and the X-Men, a movement that you at home should be part of. If you're not, you're not an American.
Yeah.
Help him
America.
bring back the show that has been off the air. And if you don't believe in his crusade, you could also just like it because he's constantly updating it with all your latest X-Men news.
Yep. You will be X-Men'd.
X-Men out.
Or if you don't like it, you could just like ridicule it. It's fine.
Ridicule him on his own page?
Yeah.
On his own page?
Yeah.
That's what a lot of Facebook is, I hear.
Yep.
The 12 Bench says, I was so cold and alone in here. Don't be cold and alone.
gonna warm you up.
Why are you not in Skype, Matt?
Aw.
I feel like the stream is like massively delayed too, because the timestamp says 9:03 and he's
Ugh.
finally talking.
That's
So.
interesting.
Weird.
Maybe we're just like 3
in the
minutes in the
future.
future.
Maybe.
No.
Hurry,
Chicken
buy
Hawk joins us,
buy a
shouting
lotto
Bible
ticket.
thump.
Hey.
I have no idea what that is.
All right.
You thumped the Bible.
It's that little, it's the little facey face.
You know, that little potato turd,
It's from Binding of Isaac.
it is genuinely unsettling. It's like
Potato
if you-
turd.
It's really like, I know it's like a little meme, but it's like if you woke up in the middle of the night and you saw a real life version of like a creepy little turd potato
Yeah.
crying and screaming in your
Right.
face, I would lose all my bowel movements.
I think that Binding of Isaac is a little bit more disturbing than that. Isn't that character like a little aborted fetus or something?
I'm sure.
Ugh.
I don't
like it.
know. I may just be
I don't-
talking
I don't care for
out of
it.
my ass.
That little potato shit.
Well,
That's right.
question for Jennifer.
Yes.
Why aren't you wearing gray?
I didn't get the memo.
Yeah, apparently.
We have a thing that we don't.
Apparently.
We're going to fix it
It's
in
gray day.
post. So our editor, Eric Middleman,
Black and white.
good luck.
Black and white. Black and white.
No,
Eric.
just change the. Just change
Just
the dress.
that
Just the
side
dress.
of the frame.
Please do that. Please do that.
Like right about here.
Right here. Oh, I made it hard for you.
Oh, wow, that just got weird.
That was on my side of the frame.
He bit me. Now I have to get a rabies shot. First segment of the night, which is
The Daily Planet. It's where we fill you in on all of the news that's revolving around your favorite comic book characters that happened this past week.
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
Am I starting it off?
You are.
Guys, so Marvel's current crossover, Secret Wars, is so big, they just announced they're adding another issue. Marvel's editor-in-chief Axel Alonso said to help Jonathan Hickman and Asad Ribic conclude this epic event as big and bombastically, is
Yep.
that a word?
Yep.
It is now.
Bombastically as it started, we're adding an extra issue. Secret Wars was planned to be only 8 issues, but number 9 will conclude the series and will hit comic shelves in December. But don't worry, this will not mess up the new titles that are being released in October.
so I have a question for you.
Yes.
Amazing or poor planning?
I think that the sales for July, because all the Secret Wars books were taking up almost all the top 10, they're like, we gotta add more to it. I think maybe issue 8 was gonna be like a double-sized issue, but then they're like, let's make
can
it
get
a
more
separate
money.
issue, get more money.
So he answered, it's amazingly bad planning.
There we go.
What it was.
You know, honestly, like, if DC pulled that nonsense, I would be so pissed at DC. Like, I'm excited. Just a Bible thump here for half a second. I feel like crossovers have taken over too much of comic books to begin with.
Yeah.
And
too
if
much,
they
it's too
added
daunting.
on an additional issue, I'd be like,
big.
nope, I'm done.
Yeah.
Well, when it's this good, I'm all for it.
Are they paying you money?
Yes.
I love it. He's like, when it is this good, I'm all
No,
for
seriously,
it.
Send me stuff,
it's-
Marvel.
it's the best crossover since Age of Apocalypse, I think.
Oh.
That's
In
a
my
lot.
opinion.
That's a lot
In
of
my
stuff
opinion.
we don't know or care about.
Well, wait, Civil War. Damn it.
Well, guys, very
many good
quickly,
things.
We are being joined by Stripes, who is joining us with a really strong drink and enjoying the end of their birthday. So
Hey, happy birthday,
We're so
Stripes.
honored. Thank you.
Nice.
Happy birthday.
And if you watch from TG Live, it looks like you can add your own personal little icon. So you see a little face. That's a Marvel Money haircut.
Yep.
That's right.
Are you
I do
talking
it
about
myself.
this haircut?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Marvel
Marvel
Comics,
Money.
not Marvel Studios.
I do it myself.
Well,
In my
Wes,
bathroom.
I
While
heard you're
I'm
friends
naked.
with Nathan Fillion. What's going on with him?
I wish someone would type more so the little potato shit would leave the screen. Like, stop looking at me.
Well, Chicken Hawk is just going to type it in there again, and then it's going to be there the whole time.
Screwed all the
Is there one
things
of
up
it
for
being
myself.
happy?
I don't. That sounds more disturbing. That sounds worse.
It'd be like, oh, I'm so sad, but wait, I'm happy.
Oh my god, that's how it sounds.
It was Telebro's birthday yesterday. Happy birthday,
Happy
Telebro!
birthday,
There was a lot of birthdays going on. It was 12
Telebro.
inches last week, right?
Oh my god.
Send
was
us
it
your
the week
address
before?
again.
And some guy I don't care about on Facebook, it was his birthday.
Telebro, send me an email with your address. We have a bunch of prizes and stuff we've just been sitting on. You win them
You get happy
Ooh.
birthday prizes.
for being born.
And 12 bands, you get points for using the word ritzy.
Ritzy.
Ritzy, so.
Hey, Red Wolf,
Now
how's
I'm
it
in the
going?
mood for a cracker.
Sounds like everybody was a little slow to join us. Guys, we're in the Daily Planet where Wes is going to lay some news on us.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay all the news on
Do it. I'm waiting for it.
it. Laying it. This is the question we've all asked ourselves.
Wait, no, you gotta read it like this. This is the question we have all asked ourselves.
Do you just want to read it?
No, go ahead. Do it.
So I'm not gonna do it that way.
Well, you should. I'm just giving you a little bit of direction.
Thanks, but
Just
no.
saying.
Thanks to
right.
all of
It's gonna be
the
one of
things.
those shows tonight.
Yep. Nathan himself narrowed down the choices of which superhero he's going to play. Nathan Fillion. It's going to be Booster Gold, is what his first choice was. He said, "I think I could take a pretty good crack at Booster Gold. That's kind of my niche. Show-offy, vain. I think I could handle that. Not too bright." Would you guys like to see Nathan Fillion as Booster Gold?
No.
You don't think so? Or do you think there's another superhero that he could get his paws into, do well?
I think he's a little too old for Booster Gold. Personal opinion.
He's got to get in shape.
Yeah, he's not in great shape.
I mean, he's a shape.
You guys really ready for it?
I'd like to see him as Captain Carrot.
Blow my mind. Do it.
It's funny that he sees himself as Booster Gold because with the punch that he's got going, he's much better fitted to be Blue Beetle. The kind of paunchy Ted Cord Blue Beetle.
Huh.
Team Marvel, guys. Team Marvel.
We talk comics here.
So Blue Beetle is paunchy right now?
No, not anymore. But
Oh.
back.
I thought it was Jaime
during-
Reyes.
Yeah, that's the other Blue Beetle, who's not even Blue Beetle right now. But-
Comics are
More of a
confusing.
teal beetle. So.
But I mean, come on. I don't see him as being Booster Gold at all. Like, he's too old.
Come on.
Come on, guys.
He should make a great Ted Cord.
I think that if Nathan, I think I've said this on the show before, if Nathan and or Bruce Campbell got in shape, they could both do Booster Gold really well. I think they could do it.
Could you picture Nathan Fillion being blonde, though?
No.
Well, would they make him blonde? Would
Yeah,
they make him dye his hair?
No,
so?
because like they made Amy Adams a redhead, and that was
Yeah.
awful. And she looked like Clark Kent's grandma in Man of Steel. So they changed lots of stuff.
No, it's going to be one of those really bad Hollywood dye jobs that he does. And that would fit the character, right?
Yeah, but
So that's what would happen. Probably.
12 Bench agrees with you.
Thank
An
you.
older Ted Cord would be dope.
It could be Perry White.
He could be Perry White.
It's
it
taken.
could be Rip Hunter.
Seat's
but
taken.
That's already been cast.
I
by
wonder,
somebody else
he
for the TV
must,
show.
I've heard you, Wes, I think you were the one that told me his stance on his shape or something.
What did I say?
Something about him just, like, recognizing that he's a little paunchy right now, but, like, not really giving a shit.
Oh yeah, well
Because
because
Castle doesn't require him to get thin.
Not only that, but he works like fucking 18 hours a day, and so he's got no time to do anything but act and sleep.
What does he do now?
Just softball.
Just Castle.
He's right
Just
across
does
the plate,
Castle.
man.
He would make a good Captain Hammer. Because he
He'd be a
was
great
Captain
Captain Hammer.
Hammer.
Yeah.
The hammer is my penis. Well, other news.
The Gambit solo movie isn't so solo anymore. Fox narrowed down their choices for Belladonna, the female lead and Gambit's love interest in the film, and offered the role to upcoming 007 Spectre actress Léa Seydoux. Léa is French, so she should be able to nail the Creole accent. Gambit is expected to hit theaters October 7th, 2016.
This is perfect casting.
Yeah, I would not disagree. She looks great.
Thumbs up, 20th Century Fox.
Right,
You are on it.
Well,
You are on it.
Fantastic Four just happened, so let's go.
Well, you know what? X-Men wise,
I don't know
they're
if
on
on it is a
They're
fair.
on.
Hey, it's P-Balls!
Hey!
Hey, P-Balls!
Hey, I farted. It was me.
He said that last time, right?
I think that's his standard greeting.
No, whenever you do that, I picture like a 90s sitcom, like, hey, who farted? What up, people?
And then was clapping, laughing.
Oh, people! Hey, the people!
He's like Kramer, but for this show.
Yeah, probably not racist.
Oh.
Probably.
But yeah, this is perfect casting. I know they had 3 choices before. They had Rebecca Ferguson
Yeah.
from Mission Impossible,
Right.
which I thought she was great in that, but I didn't really see her as Belladonna. And then they had some other girl from Mad Max, which I thought she was maybe too young. Perfect casting. Good job, Fox.
Not bad. Not bad.
Belladonna sounds like a terrible name.
Belladonna is the name of a really famous porn star.
I knew you were going to say that somehow.
It's true.
Like, in those exact words. That was the weird thing about it, though. As soon as he said what he said, I'm like, Wes is going to say, and then you said it.
Well, you know, you
Jen-
probably,
Oh my
you probably
God.
think that all the time. So like 99% of the time you're going to be right.
No, but Jen's been having dreams and premonitions. Lately.
Oh yes,
So
I've heard
that's-
about these.
I have to figure out this Facebook thing. That's step one.
Jen, do a quick thing. Tell her what happened. This is Jen news.
I
What happened last
had a
night?
dream last night. No, it wasn't last, it was 2 nights ago. where Matt did something that made me really pissed off, and I woke up and I was so pissed off at him. So I woke him up to tell him I was pissed off at him, and then I proceeded to get out of bed and stomp around the apartment for a good long while before I realized this is crazy.
That's
and I went back to
amazing.
sleep.
That was my morning.
But I get to say this one. AMC's Preacher is currently filming, and we have our first decent look at Ian Coletti as Arseface from this BTS photo. Is this how you pictured Arseface would look in real life? Preacher is set to premiere sometime during the 2015-2016 season.
It keeps falling off. It's terrible.
Let's take a look. That's guy's got a face.
See, from far away, it doesn't look that bad. So I'm
No,
hoping
he doesn't look
when
like an
it's-
arse.
When the I'll wait till you're gone.
Sorry, sir.
For the editor. So, guys, it's the comic book show.
Hey.
Better is not great.
Isn't his face supposed to actually look like an ass though?
It's like really
What, pea-balls?
distorted.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping when we get like a really close, a big close up of this, it'll be like, oh my god, they're gonna allow that on TV, type of thing.
You know what I
Gosh.
just find to be shocking?
What's that?
I am just shocked at how actors and producers let this shit happen. Like,
Let this get leaked.
yeah, like, and I mean, it's clear that they were posing for this photo.
Yep.
So, like,
That's how
at
they
this
were
point,
hanging
it's
out.
pretty much forced that the producers have to come out with a close-up that's actually studio lit to show what the hell's going on. Because right now, people are like, he just looks like a guy.
Yeah.
There's nothing arsey about his face.
Nope.
Well, this isn't the only picture that was leaked. There was one of Seth Rogen that was leaked too, and some other of the other cast members. So I don't know who tweeted it out, but someone tweeted it. So I don't know if they had permission or not, but
The Kid Devil, I want to address the Kid Devil, says, what's this stream for? Well, the Kid Devil, this is Twin Galaxies Live. We usually stream video games, except for the one exception, which is on Wednesday. Due to our very deep friendship with Stan Lee, I can say that, right?
Yeah,
Us and Stan
we're
Lee are
besties.
buddies.
Yeah.
The best.
he follows all of us on Twitter except for Matt because he refuses to get one.
I tweet on the comic book show. He follows the comic book show.
Yeah, but
That counts.
We have
That
the
does not
comic book
count.
show here on Twin Galaxies Live, the only non-video game related content.
Eh.
But, you know, I feel like for Stan Lee, you would give him a pass, right?
Yep.
Stan Lee?
We got
Stan
this
Lee
right here.
sanctioned. You can watch this show live every Wednesday at 9 p.m. or on Monday, if you check out Stan Lee's World of Heroes YouTube channel, you can see the edited version of this episode. So stick around, hopefully we'll entertain you. And if not, this guy will show you his boobs.
I'm not
Wait,
sure
which
one
guy?
of us she pointed at.
All of them.
okay.
Which show? What else
I'll
do
be
we
prepared
have?
for that. gotta warm my
More news?
warm my titties. Yeah, more news. So guys, ABC ordered a pilot for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. companion series featuring Mockingbird and Lance Hunter, the character Lance Hunter. Fans may be surprised by this because earlier this year, this very series was rumored and then quickly quieted by ABC. The show will be titled Marvel's Most Wanted, and but it won't be a spin-off off of S.H.I.E.L.D., so it won't have like a lot of tie-ins because the show is going to be mainly focused on Mockingbird and Lance. Will you be watching?
No.
Nope.
I'm kind of actually pissed about this because Mockingbird is pretty much the only good thing about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. right now.
Who's
So if they take
Mockingbird?
her out of the show, I'm not going to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Mockingbird is the one who was going to be Wonder Woman, but then
Yeah.
it was awful, so they stopped the Wonder Woman TV show.
I'm so
you have to
confused
take
on
that?
how they just added new characters without. They just plopped them like there's a British guy now.
No, they
And-
came in the second season.
Yeah, but it was, I don't know, it was so confusing. I just turned it on one day and I'm like, who are all of you people? And why is, what's his face? The guy has like a lot of twins.
Oh yeah, I think they're life model decoys actually, which is pretty cool if that's true. I don't know. I can't remember if they revealed.
Patton
they
Oswalt,
were.
he's just in it.
Yeah.
He is.
Sure.
Whatever.
This sounds confusing and
I don't care.
intimidating.
I'll just
Yeah.
rewatch my Agent Coulson one shots back
You know-
when Marvel movies were awesome.
Yeah.
I really liked that actress though. She
Yeah,
was great in
Adrian,
G.I. Joe. She was,
Pilecki?
yeah, Adrian Pilecki. She actually was decent in Wonder Woman.
With her stripper Wonder Woman outfit.
But I'm not gonna watch the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Wait.
I feel like at this point I'm so far behind
Yeah.
that it's
Yeah.
completely inaccessible.
Have
So
you
I'm
even
like,
watched
no.
The Flash?
Yes, I watched most of the first season of Flash.
Most of it. Okay.
I
Protoss
didn't watch all of it.
Musketeer.
Yeah,
hold
you
on.
need to watch all of it.
I'm going to bring in Protoss's comment. He says that show introduced way too many black guys who are all the same person.
Oh my God! No! I know what you mean though, because
What?
they had two main characters, and they were huge, muscular black dudes, and it was really difficult to tell them apart. I'm sorry, he said it first. I'm just agreeing with it.
Oh,
I haven't seen it. I don't know.
what
It's
else
true.
do we have?
One of them dies, so that makes it easier.
Oh, as a quick sidebar, I bought a Chinese poster off eBay, and in it, this person said, "This is a poster with two Chinese ladies. One of them is singing, and then the same identical lady is behind her playing piano. They're totally different ladies." And I was so offended, but I bought it anyway. What's up?
Hey, middleman, don't put the racist thing on the YouTube show. He's gonna do it anyway. Please don't do it. Moving on. So, with all the superhero TV shows returning and premiering in the next few months, there's one that's leading the pack, and it may not be the one you're thinking. It's Supergirl, and it's Supergirl topping the social media buzz as the most anticipated superhero show this fall. Since the show's announcement, it's accumulated over 15.5 million social engagements. Are you guys looking forward to Supergirl this fall?
Look at all the little kids. It's so cute.
Yeah, this popped up this past week. I think they're called Super Scouts.
Aw.
I forget.
So cute.
But they met Melissa. I can't think of her name right now.
Benoit.
Benos?
Benoit.
Benoit?
Benoit.
No, we were joking. It was Benoit. It's not Benoit.
Okay. Well, they met her, and I think it's pretty awesome.
So wait, the show hasn't started yet,
No.
right?
No.
Yeah, we saw it like forever ago.
Yeah. Shh.
Illegally. No big whoop, just totally illegally.
I mean, we just clicked a few buttons on the internet, and it just started playing.
There's lots of reasons.
So
to
we
flag
didn't
this
want
show
to
tonight.
disrespect it and not watch it.
Yep.
And I watched it twice.
The posters that are popping up all over town look great.
Yeah, they look
They're
cute.
they're bright
They're
and
good.
colorful, which is awesome.
No, if you see the actual full poster of that, her body is really distorted. Like, it looks like her torso is like this long.
Ugh.
But
Jeez.
luckily on the posters now, they just cut that off. Good call.
Your
DC.
real Uriel says, of all the characters that could get a solo series, Supergirl is not even in my top 5. I'll still watch it though. Well, give it a shot, because what's interesting about it is it's not like all the other superhero series. This one's definitely aimed towards women.
Man.
Like, they're not even trying to appeal
Count me in.
whatsoever with anybody, like, to anybody who has a penis.
Well, I mean, from a guy's point of view, it's not bad. I enjoyed it. I thought it was, after watching the trailer that they put out, like maybe a week
The,
before
10-minute trailer thing.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna watch this. But after actually watching it, it's actually
You know what's
a
interesting?
pretty decent show.
Is when I was on the rampage of, like, she showed me the trailer a while ago, and I thought it was a joke because it mimicked the Black Widow
Yeah,
thing on SNL.
it was like just a
almost
week
verbatim.
later
It really was. So I was
that
like, oh, this is not real. And then I told a friend of mine about it, and she's interested in superheroes and this and that, and she's like, oh no, I saw the trailer. Like, I think it's really cool, just that they're making a show about superheroes for girls. Like, I think that's really cool for us. I'm
Yep.
like, oh, I didn't really think about it like that.
Yeah, you selfish bastard.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Wait, Arrow,
Racist-
Constantine,
Racist.
Constantine got shut down.
Flash aren't even, like, enough for you? You have to have Supergirl,
I
too?
don't like any of those.
Okay, that's fine.
Speaking
But-
of Constantine, Saint Walker is excited for Constantine to appear on Arrow. I think we all are.
Yes.
Is that confirmed?
All-
Confirmed?
yes.
That's awesome.
If you're a guy out there who liked, like, somewhere deep inside you, liked Devil Wears Prada, you'll enjoy this. You'll enjoy Supergirl.
I enjoyed Devil's Wears Prada. I enjoyed that movie.
See?
Judge me.
Perfect litmus test.
Judge me.
Okay.
Judge me.
And I don't think Batgirl would have been a good fit for the CW because
wants to
we
see
all
Batman.
remember Birds of Prey and how shitty that was. I know it wasn't Batgirl, but it
the
was
best
definitely
parts were when
Huntress.
Batgirl showed up.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Except Lady Shiva was
And-
nothing like Lady Shiva.
And Mark
So,
Hamill's kind of cameo. Kind of.
It's just his voice. But I will say this. I have 2 4-year-old nieces, and I'm so happy that a show like this is going to be out there for them to grow up
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna be good.
hopefully it stays on. I know it's going to be on CBS, so I know the ratings are going to be through the roof, even if it's a bad show. So stay on the air for like a few years and
It
give
looks-
my nieces some inspiration.
It looks like Doc, who does our audio, and Neo, who does our live switching and video, are having a little quippy banter here in the chat. Neo is not a fan of the Supergirl series, and Doc says, Neo, don't hate on Krypton, Ally McBeal.
It's the same thing.
Nicely said. All right.
Well,
What
Neo's
else
a
do we
big
have?
Supergirl fan.
Well, more news. Marvel is celebrating the fans this October with variant cosplay covers.
Oh,
Why are you laughing at
What
this?
does that mean?
Okay, let's try and read that without laughing. Marvel is celebrating the fans this October with variant cosplay covers. Here's just a few of the 20 covers that will feature a cosplayer and their related cosplay comic, with another cover still yet to be revealed and is labeled as classified. Is your favorite cosplayer amidst the covers?
this is
Okay.
stupid!
Wait a second. Why are you laughing at this?
This is retarded.
Why?
Because that looks cheap. That
Okay.
looks cheap as shit.
Okay. I met this girl at WonderCon. I came up to her and I was like, "Hey, Jean Grey." She's
Doesn't
like,
mean she should be on a comic
Yeah,
book
what does that
cover.
have to do with
"This is
anything
variant.
we're
This
talking
is
about?
variant covers. This is for collectors. This isn't going to be the normal cover."
No one's
It's like
gonna collect
if
these.
Jennifer
No
was
one's
like,
gonna collect
What
these.
if- what if a-
this
no.
cover, this art is terrible, and I'm like, hey, I know that artist. You're like, sorry, he sucks.
What if Alicia Marie did
Sorry,
a
not
cover?
sorry.
What if
Yeah.
Alicia Marie did a cover of Storm? Would it be that stupid then?
Well, kind of.
I mean,
Yes.
Kind of. I'll tell you why.
The costume
Because
for it.
those pictures are already on the internet. So why would you pay money for?
well, cosplayers have fans. Like, Neo, go through the other ones.
Oh, okay.
One of them is Yaya,
It's not a real
Of course.
and she's got a lot of fans. So a lot of people are going to pick these up.
Fans of what, though? I don't understand.
Whatever.
What? No,
I'm excited for this. I'm excited.
okay.
I think it's a nice tribute to the fans and for cosplayers. It shows respect to the cosplayers who go out there, even if they don't look like,
Oh, that
nerd-
one's not too bad. So Laz says, "What the fuck? Stop the hate, please." No, because we're all cosplayers.
Yeah, Laz,
So
I've
we're-
spent the better part of the past decade designing award-winning costumes for cosplay worn by a number of people and in official productions like,
Me
I
being
don't
one of
know, Toyota.
Everybody.
And I think
Not a
it's
big deal.
taking the art away from comic books. Like, the whole thing is cosplayers are supposed to be tributing the art of the comics. The comics shouldn't start to modify themselves to mimic the art of cosplay, if you could even call it that. And I mean, like, don't get me wrong, some cosplayers come up with cool and innovative stuff that's great, but I don't think the source material should pay tribute to the people who are imitating the source material. It's like
It's quite stupid.
Precious, the book based on the movie Precious, based on the novel Push by Sapphire.
But that actually
It's
won
like
an
we're now-
Academy Award, so that's a bad decision.
But you
That's
shouldn't have a book based on the
You know
movie
what
that's
it-
based on the book.
you know what it
it's,
is?
It's all self-reflexive nonsense.
It's
Just
like
let
if-
it be what it was.
It's like if
comics.
it's like if Supernatural did an episode based on somebody's fan fiction.
yeah.
they did
Not
it.
a good
They
decision.
did it.
They did?
Yeah.
Were the
No,
ratings
they
good?
did based
Yeah, they
on
did.
fan fiction.
Yeah, the
No, they
fan
did the
fiction was-
self-reflexive mocking of the fan fiction. They didn't actually take somebody's
That's
fan fiction and write that as if it were a script.
When you're
Yes.
talking about Precious,
12
all I
bands,
thought
these are
about is a
variants.
person wearing like a giant, you know.
Mm.
Anyway.
Wow. All right. So
One of those nights. Well, it's a thing.
Well-
Cosplay variants. You guys can check them out and
There you
pre-order
go.
them.
Yes.
They come out in October.
Yes.
These are variants. These are not the original covers. They're
Right.
still going to have covers with comic art. I
Cool.
think these are nice for the cosplayers. I think it's nice for their fans, and I think it's nice for the fans of the cosplayers. So
Okay.
just a little bit inside why we have like particularly bad tastes in our mouths about the cosplay community.
I hate people.
We hate people.
They're the racists.
Being like, you know, faithful con goers, the cosplay movement, like the obsession with like cosplay, the cosplayers like flooding conventions and not purchasing anything from vendors, not being interested at all in like supporting the artists who
Not
are in
knowing
artist
the
alley,
source material
not
at
knowing the
all.
source
Just being
material.
pretty and wearing-
I'm Supergirl. You mean Kara Zor-El?
is-
No, I'm Supergirl.
It's actually hurting the industry. It's actually like it just is. Like the girl selling the prints of herself dressed up as a character at a convention, like who gets more people buying her prints than the artist next to her who actually drew the cover that she mimics.
Or the creators.
That's a problem. Or
Yeah.
the creators, that's a
Yeah.
problem.
Totally.
So controversial as it is, you guys can have your opinions, but I would like to see less cosplaying leaking into official art or official comic art. Just like let the worlds be what they are, which is, you know, source material and like homage material. It's fine. Personal opinion, no big deal.
And I mean, I'm not trying to say that I don't support the cosplay community. Honestly, I'm spending about 5 or 6 hours a day down in my garage working on props and costumes. Like, I am all for cosplayers. I just don't think it should be officially recognized. Like, I think that's a little...
It encourages
weird.
it encourages more cosplaying, which is supporting a subculture, but it supports cosplayers as opposed to supporting artists who are slaving away creating this stuff that inspires that stuff.
Agreed.
Anyway, soapbox,
Well,
stepping off of now.
The variant covers are available this October, and you guys can definitely check them out. Be sure to pre-order them at House of Secrets if you guys want to pre-order them.
And our last bit of news here, our recent guest John Schnepp recently revealed that he knows who he's going to direct the next who's going to direct the next Man of Steel movie. And with his Superman cred, he's probably right on the nose. It's Mad Max Fury Road director George Miller. Yeah. If this is true, though, Mr. Miller shouldn't be holding his breath, as the movie is rumored to be on permanent hold, most likely to make room for Ben Affleck's Batman films. Would George Miller directing Man of Steel 2 be worth the wait?
I love
Yes.
Mad Max.
Yeah,
Mad
that's
Max is great, yeah.
I've seen it twice, and I think it would be perfect.
Artistically, it
Perfect.
was beautiful.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I think this is one of those shows where I've just been answering all of the rhetorical questions very quietly. I would love to see this. And I liked the first Man of Steel movie. It wasn't necessarily true to the comics, but I liked it, and I'm excited for the second one. I mean, from everything that I've heard, Batman v Superman has screened and received standing ovations from everybody who's seen it. But I mean, granted, they're producers who've worked on the films, but if it's that exciting and people are liking it, then I would love to see more Man of Steel. I'm hopeful that they will decide to do more with it. So would it be worth the wait? I think it would.
Yeah. I think once Batman v Superman comes out, we'll be getting more announcements for the Ben Affleck Batman films and more Man of Steel films.
Yeah, because Man of Steel was kind of like a soft launch for the DC cinematic universe. They're like, well, let's just see what it feels like. And then Batman v Superman is like, no, we gotta do stuff right now. Aquaman, Wonder Woman. Rah! So I'm sure, he's right.
Cyborg, Flash.
Cyborg, all the people. Flash is emo. Why not? He's got long hair.
Well, they needed something to show he was going fast. They took a
Yeah.
look out of the Quicksilver page.
Superman had a mullet. That means Barry Allen can have a mullet. That's okay.
You sound like that guy from Star Wars.
Okay.
This is not on the news, but I read a headline today about a little girl that was sent back from school because her lunchbox had Wonder Woman on it, and the note from the teachers was that her lunchbox was depicting a violent character who was wearing something that didn't fit with the school's dress code.
What?
People are stupid.
I hope
dumb.
DC takes a page from that and sends that girl a bunch of Wonder Woman swag.
Yeah.
Just be like, we're sorry, your school doesn't believe in strong female characters.
How dare they?
Here's every Wonder
You know
Woman
what?
thing.
And they should do that from Warner Brothers' actual kitchen themed Wonder Woman
Straight
location.
from the Wonder Woman kitchen. Yeah.
That's right.
Or have her get like a life subscription to Wonder Woman comics.
I like that too.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That
DC,
poor girl.
come on, listen to our. We're doing your PR for you. Send her a bunch of Wonder Woman stuff.
Yep.
And send us Jim Lee.
Last little bit of news that didn't make it on here. For those of you who are a fan of Iron Giant, they're going to be doing a theatrical re-release with updated art. So the
Ooh.
beloved classic is coming back. It's something cool that you guys will be able to check out soon.
Matt
Nice.
is stoked.
Yes. That's it for the news.
You've just been news and stuff, everybody. Take a hike.
Wow, that was nicely
yeah.
done.
Oh!
Hey, Doc.
Your real
Give me
Uriel
one.
says give the little girl a variant.
Just terrible.
Marvel would do that.
It doesn't. I don't want you to fix it. It doesn't like keep falling off.
Oh my god.
Another coffee.
This guy is such a diva.
Give me another mocha
Jeez.
frappuccino latte with extra.
Hey, Buckwheat here likes dem legs. Show them off.
Lucas's
show 'em
legs
off
are
first.
pretty.
Yeah.
No,
Why
I think
don't
he's
you,
talking about
can we
Wes.
see a little bit more of the leggage?
I think he's talking about Wes.
Give the guy what he wants.
I don't want to.
Do
Okay.
it.
We're being
You
joined
went-
by Penelope and Skype.
Wes, you wouldn't have worn that if you weren't going to give him what he wants.
That's true.
It's so white. It's like that episode. It's that episode of Family Guy where Walt Disney is drawing Minnie Mouse. He's like, "You want to be famous, don't you?" Do I have to?
Yes, yes.
Well, we're being joined by Penelope in Skype and by Sweet Suki Pretzel once again.
Sweet Suki Pretzel, hi!
Killscreen 1 is also joining us, saying, "I love this show."
We love you too.
It's here.
And Telebro says, my eyes, they're going blind.
Yes, I have very Irish thighs. That's what
All right,
happens.
so second segment of the night is our interactive portion of the show, and it is...
The Danger Room! It's Marvel vs. DC, and you at home gets to decide who wins.
What the hell was that?
I don't know.
That's his accent that he chose to do.
Taco says, what's happening? The comic book show is happening. This is the time on our video gaming channel where we discuss comic book stuff for 2 hours from the past week. It's featured on Stan Lee's World of Heroes.
Yeah.
So, how's about them apples?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that board.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at it. See what we've got. Also, Irish Legs, another thing we feature on the show.
Yep.
We got 2 from Marvel, 0 from DC because we just wiped the board 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, we did.
And guys, you need to go to tglive.com to be able to vote. Marvel won it last week, obviously. So I get to go first. And I'll buy myself again.
Uncomfortable, you guys.
Why?
Buckwheat says, that smooth head, too. The full package.
It's actually a little fuzzy.
Taco says, talk about the Killing Joke.
If you're talking about the animated feature, we talked about it when the news released a couple weeks ago. And if you're talking about the book, we generally have a segment called The Watchtower at the end of the night where we will gladly take on any questions and random things to chat about, like the Killing Joke.
Taco, if you want to talk about the Killing Joke, we'll talk about it in the Watchtower. Because I don't think I've seen you here before, so we want to encourage new viewers, of course, to stick around. In just a couple segments, we'll talk about the Killing Joke. Yep. All right, so Marvel won last week. We're here in year 3, and they've taken the first 2 years. First 2 weeks. Let's see what they have for us this week. Drawing from the past week of evidence, Lucas is going to show you something. He's representing Team Marvel tonight. If you guys want to vote in these rounds, watch from tglive.com. Super easy. tglive.com.
I like Czech schoolgirl's question. I really want to tackle that, but we're moving into a new segment. So do you want to do it now, or do you want to do it during the Watchtower?
Actually, no.
Do it now.
Let's go time travel. So Middleman just put this in the Watchtower. So we're in the Watchtower now. So hey.
So we need new lower thirds.
No. Damn it.
It's fine. Just tackle it now. These are your viewers.
Regardless, Czech schoolgirl says, would you rather have an overweight cosplayer or one that doesn't know about the content? I would much rather have an overweight cosplayer because good for them for getting dressed up and doing their thing. Like, power to the people, that's awesome. I hate the people who are just trying to capitalize on comic book, being like, I'm sexy Wonder Woman.
Here's the problem with cosplayers that don't know the content. They buy a ticket to a convention and depriving a real comic book fan from getting a ticket to the convention. They're taking that spot.
Yeah, for sold-out shows, yeah.
The real comic book fan would have supported the vendors by buying stuff, would have supported the artists by like visiting them and talking to them about their work, getting stuff signed. Meanwhile, the cosplayer who doesn't know anything about the content took a spot, stands on the floor, gets their picture taken, and makes it all about them. So there, I have strong opinions. But there we go.
Think?
Well, who's to say the overweight person is knowledgeable about comics?
Well, it's you would assume that if one doesn't know about the content, the other one does. I think he's trying to compare the two.
Yeah.
It's a knowledgeable but overweight cosplayer versus an unknowledgeable but attractive cosplayer.
Even the unknowledgeable, attractive one is still taking a risk by being out there. I say my hat's off to all of you who are cosplaying, being your favorite characters, even if you don't know that much about it. Hey, what if I wasn't a fan of Wolverine, but I look like him, you know? Why not dress up as Wolverine and please some fanboy who wants to take a picture with me, you know?
Yeah. It's opposite sides of the same argument because it's like, well, why don't you? If you're going to take the time to dress up like the character, wouldn't you take the time to read a little bit about them?
Well, I'm a big fan of law enforcement, so I think I'm just going to put on a policeman's outfit and walk out on the street and see what happens. Sorry, that's not a good metaphor. Not a good metaphor. Not a good metaphor. Okay, so this is obviously a hot button issue. We'll get to it after this segment, guys. But we hope you enjoy this. We're talking about the past week's worth of comics. Team Marvel is going to present something from this past week they think should deserve your vote. Take it away, Lucas. What do you have?
All right, are you ready? Is everyone ready?
wait,
I'm
hold
ready.
on. And go.
Guys, so I have House of M #1. If you guys read House of M, the event that happened a few years ago, this is still pretty awesome what's happening. So Luke Cage has rallied up a bunch of humans that are superhero powered, and they're like, oh, we got to take Magneto down and all that stuff. And but no, S.H.I.E.L.D. is there that very second, and they stomp on Luke Cage. Oh my God, is he still alive? I don't know. But yeah, this is the S.H.I.E.L.D. now that you guys know from the House of M storyline and stuff like that. Wolverine's there, and he's alive. Oh, but then he gets struck in the arrows by Hawkeye. But, you know, he can heal. He's fine. One of the best things I love about this story arc is that the whole family dynamic between Magneto, Wanda, Polaris, and Quicksilver, which is... it reminds me of Wolverine, the X-Men, the cartoon, which, if you like that cartoon, pick up this book because you'll see the resemblance and everything. So some of the superheroes, they escape, but they are saved by Deathlocket. A lot more happens in this book. You should definitely pick it up. And I guess that's the alarm.
Sorry, I think I.
So I will stop talking. Guys, pick up House of Secrets, #1.
House of
Wait,
M.
House of M.
From
House
House
Secrets.
of Secrets.
Pick up
So
House
good.
of M, #1, from House of Secrets right now.
There we go.
Right now.
So Team Marvel has presented House of M for round 1. Before we do DC side of the argument, let's take a quick look at these comments here. Milky Infinity says, I think Batman should turn into a cowboy and solve UFO abduction
It's
mysteries and go up from there. It's happened, but also I believe he can do it. Batman can do anything.
Yep.
We should just act that out as our argument. Just, it's all about these guys. We should take Milky Infinities and make a 60-second story about Batman being
Or we
a
should just
cowboy.
play the Justice League episode where they went back in time and Batman was a cowboy.
Or we could go back and read Digital Batman, or
Grant Morrison's Bat Cowboy, Bat Pirate.
or the weird Western. Oh, the Return of Bruce Wayne.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I
we'll
like that I had a
do
list there.
Wasabi's and check Schoolgirl's comment, and then we'll do your side. Wasabi says, I'm trying to convince myself right now to like comic superhero stuff. I never really gave it a chance.
Okay.
My suggestion is
Interesting.
don't just start reading comics because there's a lot of
There's a lot.
bad
It's
content.
dense.
There's a lot of
dense,
bad
yeah.
comic content because they have to turn it out so quickly.
Yeah.
We would, if you want suggestions, definitely hit us up on our Facebook. We'll
Totally.
all personally give you our comic book suggestions so
Yeah.
that you can read some really, really good storytelling.
We should
that's
make a
like the
note.
perfect.
Like add a note to our Facebook
Oh,
page just for
absolutely.
new users, so people. So we'll create. We'll create
Nice.
like a note of just suggestions on Marvel and DC or independent comics that we. It's like a good entry point.
We
There
can
you
all
go,
put,
Wasabi.
Yeah.
Put our input in before we publish it.
Check Schoolgirl says, you guys know any comic books with magic-like illustrations? I've read some of the Spawn books, but I'm looking for more. Magic-like illustrations like
He's
fantasy
talking
themes?
Magic the Game, like Magic the Gathering.
But like fantasy themed? Or you mean just like image, like general
I
art
think
style?
he's talking art because he's saying the illustrations, or he or she is talking about these illustrations are crazy good. So
It looks like, I don't know, do you guys have any suggestions?
well, I mean, pretty much.
Todd McFarlane's art. Oh. Doctor Strange is a suggestion that's coming in.
I was
I don't know
actually
why
going to
this
go more like
timer's
the
so
Kingdom,
quiet.
where it's more Alex Ross painted art.
That's
but
ridiculous, though. Yeah, that's amazing. Well, I don't know if that's what they're looking for.
yeah, I'm not sure either.
All right.
Unfortunately, I'm not that familiar with Magic, so.
Well, Team DC, Team Marvel has presented House of M. What do you
something
have?
Do something pretty. Oh, well that's.
Which is
Oh, we're
something-
wait. How
something
does
like-
this work?
Roic, this
Digital
is the
stuff.
comic
Yeah,
book
you
show.
have to-
Stick around,
yeah,
you'll
that's
figure it
we'll
out.
go with the. You wanna? I'm gonna learn how to do this because this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
So.
And
Got
ready?
something special.
Yes.
Go.
For round 1, DC is presenting Green Lantern Lost Army, The Last Lantern Standing. The art is actually amazing. It's very pretty if you're actually talking about art. The storyline is great. The Lantern Corps has actually traveled back through time, and they're hanging out with both Kronos and the Relic. If you guys don't know Green Lantern, those are two of like Green Lantern's biggest foes ever. And they're in the old universe, depleting the color spectrum, which is super bad. Basically, they know that they're going to kill Relic. There's a great storyline about Afghanistan where you get to see the humanitarian side of Jon Stewart, who's saying like, hey, look, check it out, guys. If you ever really want to be trusted, you have to be willing to take a risk. So he takes his helmet off in front of, that's not what I'm trying to do. So it's a really, really good story. With 15 seconds left, I can't recommend it highly enough. I'm not going to spoil it, but it basically goes into the old universe, which is really cool, and it shows how it was destroyed. There's a huge, yes, Jon Stewart's amazing, and he's coming up against Guy Gardner as well. Great storyline. Check it out. Green Lantern. Oh my God, I don't know how to use this thing. How do I get back to the cover? It doesn't matter. Fine.
There you go.
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern.
The Lost Core, number 3.
So this is now your time to shine, guys, at home. If you're watching and you want to take part in the voting to decide who in round 1 has won your hearts over, we have Team Marvel presenting House of M. We have Team DC presenting
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern, The Lost Core.
Go to tglive.com, and it's very simple to vote. It's state of the art. One click gets you logged in. One click on the screen, either on the icon that says DC or the one that says Marvel, gets your vote in. And we're going to put a minute on your clock for you to do that right now. Go!
I think Tyrese would be an awesome Jon Stewart. He's been campaigning really hard for it.
Yeah, I know he has. I would like to see
a character.
Who'd you say?
Tyrese.
Oh, I thought you said Tiger Woods. I was like, no.
I thought you said Tigress.
It's a lot of wrong things you guys heard. But no, I think he'd be great, and I think the character itself would be, I think, a flagship character for the cinematic universe for DC.
Well, Tyrese has talked a lot about
Yeah,
campaigning for Jon Stewart.
And that's his whole thing.
So
Taco says might look up Green Lantern Lost Core.
It's good. There's only 3 issues of it right now, so you would be able to pick up all 3 in one fell swoop for less than $10, I think. So.
Wow.
Less than 15 for sure.
VDA Monster says that they love my Wolverine shirt. I actually drew this, and you can get this on tpublic.com/user/weaponx5203.
We're seeing a lot of new names come through tonight. Guys, thank you so much for joining us at the Comic Book Show. We're going into year 3 now.
Yeah.
We used to hold up the books. Now we don't, because we prefer you to be able to see the images more clearly, so we've gone digital.
And that's it.
And we get to share.
Yay.
So, we can't see the results.
Yeah, we can.
Yes,
Where?
we can.
Oh!
That's not true.
Why?
Neo, say the real numbers.
Those are the real numbers. Shh. There's a 10-second delay. It's been 10 seconds. That's it.
Neo.
Talking about comics.
What?
Huh?
Cancel the second one.
No, it says right there.
Our vote has it at 50-50.
All right, so we're at... So we tied in round 1. So
right,
let's speed through this. It looks like a lot of people want to talk about a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So, Team Marvel, you get to go first again.
Pressure.
I like
Restart.
Decipheration says, you guys rock.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Original Hatman says, I'm going to check TGL out definitely.
Well,
So Original
nice.
Hatman, if you want to get your votes in, you have to go to TGL or
Awesome.
tglive.com.
Go through the voting system again, just
You
for
guys,
general.
just go to tglive.com. It's the only place you can vote from for this segment of the show. One click gets you logged in, and the other click, when it pops up on the screen, is your vote. So it'll say Marvel or DC, and you
weigh in.
clickety-click, and that's it. You get to see live results and people's reactions to it. Team Marvel, what do you have for us?
I'm ready.
Go.
All right, so guys, I'm presenting Howard the Human, number 1. So he is the only human, Howard is, that lives in a world filled with animals. And there's a lot of animal puns and everything, like it's New Quack City instead of New York City. Well, anyway, as Howard does, he owes people a lot of money. No difference there. But when they come to collect, he's like trying to delay them, and he tells them about his day. And it ends up him teaming up with Mouse Murdoch, who you guys probably know as Daredevil, and he's a mouse. He's a blind mouse, by the way. They team up, and they're taking down Kingpin. And Kingpin is this big gorilla, and he has some monkey ninjas as his henchmen, which is awesome. For a moment there, Howard's like, I got this, or no, Mouse Murdoch is like, I got this, and Howard's like, I'm not going to let a blind mouse take care of this, but he obviously does. Guys, this is a hilarious book. The art is a little obscure, but it works for it. Howard the Human, number 1, pick it up.
I like BDA.
Just pick it up.
BDA Monsters comment. He just no. No.
And it looks like the real Uriel is actually a friend of Face Poppy's.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we're glad he had recommended us, and we're glad you're joining us now.
And Space Puppies can't be here.
Beams says, what do you guys think about the upcoming movie Batman vs. Superman? We'll talk about that right after DC presents, so in roughly 1 minute we'll address that during the voting phase. We'll all start talking about it. So, Team DC, what do you have for us to counter Howard the Human?
Ooh, that's an interesting
Howard
choice.
the Human.
Well, I'll show you why.
All right.
Ready? And go.
So we're doing Wonder Woman, number 43. She's a woman. She's always been a woman, not a duck.
DC presents not a duck.
Not a duck. This comic primarily focuses on Donna Troy, which is, if you don't know, Wonder Girl. And she got her brothers killed or something, so she looks to the fates.
She killed them.
She killed all the brothers.
Who have been enslaved for years and years, and then she decided to be a
Dick and kill all. of them.
That's pretty much what happened. And so she's so guilty, she looks for the fates to cut her thread. But here's the fun thing: she doesn't have a thread because she was created out of clay. She doesn't have a human thread. She's like, oh, well, that sucks. So she can't even get out that way. But my favorite part about this whole book is how much time? 14 seconds. I have to get to it. It is okay. So this guy who's trying to kill Wonder Woman shoots her in the shoulder, and she starts crying blood like you do, and he literally says, "Oh shit!" and then like gets the hell out of Dodge. It's the best part ever. Wonder Woman number 43. What was it? 43. For your consideration.
There you go, guys. Wonder Woman
So
versus
good.
Howard the Human. Voting is going to commence as soon as Neo tells me it's ready. You got to go to tglive.com. 1 click to log in. 1 click gets you voted. It's ready. 1 minute. Go. Thoughts on Batman v Superman? Are you guys still excited?
I'm still excited, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely. I think this is the film that DC knows and Warner Brothers knows that they can't fuck up. Like, if this is their Avengers.
Yeah.
Right now, 'cause
Yeah,
like
if they screw this up.
this is it.
Yep.
Cause Man of Steel was like a little, like I said before, like put your toe in and see what it looks like. But this is it. Everyone knows. Everyone's writing on Batfleck. Everything's writing on everything. So.
Yeah.
Demon Knight 666 says Batfleck might pull it off, maybe. Demon Knight, we're actually located
really good.
in Hollywood, in California,
Yes.
and we have heard that the movie has already screened, and it's screened to standing ovations.
Yeah.
And from those standing ovations, they decided that we're all in on Ben Affleck. They've signed him for I think 3 movies. Everybody really is confident about Batfleck.
Well, just like the executives with like Ben Affleck, if you have all this internet hate and all this the past of the type of actor you are, he's matured as an artist, as a director, as a writer, as an actor. So he takes this role, I think, pretty seriously. It's got a lot of weight to it, so he knows that.
Indeed.
He respects that.
So, I saw
it was 60 DC to 40 Marvel, and then now it's saying this is a test.
Yep.
Man, we got a concrete system here.
Well, Team DC has taken that round, so it's one on the
Okay.
board for
That's
Team
done, sir.
C.
Well
Let's
done, buddy.
see what
Oh,
else
you
you guys have. 1 minute. Show us
Oh, we're
your
doing this second round?
penises.
Okay.
I mean
That's
comics.
not going to happen.
No, you're not gonna see Hiscox's
original-
Hiscox.
I could
original-
do this round.
Okay.
Original Hatman says Batman
Give
will
it to
get
it.
slammed. Are we really talking
one?
like he has a chance?
Not on there.
We'll see. We
Well-
shall see.
All right.
Let's take a risk, but are you willing to go with me on this journey?
Okay.
All right.
Hey guys, I don't know what's happening.
And
I'm ready.
go.
For round 3, DC
No, go back.
is not presenting
to
a
us.
book.
Go back to us.
DC is actually presenting the knowledge that Stephen Amell stepped into the wrestling ring for SummerSlam.
What?
Yeah. The actor, Stephen Amell, actually got into a wrestling ring. He got into a shoving match against Stardust not that long ago because he was backing up the wrestler named Red Arrow.
Okay.
So it was like he just went to show up, and then he actually got involved. They drew him in. He was part of the main event as part of this past week's Stardust event. He actually did Red Arrow's signature maneuver out of the ring to take out 2 different wrestlers. Right after that, Red Arrow did the Red Arrow maneuver into the ring. I can't show you any of this because it's copywritten and all that stuff. I'm sure you could check it out on YouTube
Google
if you
it.
wanted to look at it.
That's amazing.
But believe it or not, Green Arrow wrestled, and it was pretty
I
impressive.
like that guy. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, for him to step into the ring and be like, I'm going to take a flying leap at these 2 dudes. Like, there's no wires. Like, believe it or not, it was... So we present Stephen Amell's appearance
Amateur
at
WWF guy.
No, it was real. It was
That's so
WWE's
cool.
SummerSlam.
That's right. It sounds very real,
Interesting.
guys. Real.
Well, like I said,
Real.
though it might have been scripted, he had to perform all of it, which was pretty damn impressive.
So wait, you kept saying Red Arrow.
Yeah.
Yes, Red Arrow is a wrestler.
He's a wrestler in the
Oh, okay.
WWE.
Yeah.
That's why he came to support the Red Arrow.
Yeah.
From what I
Got it. I'm on
That's
the same
cool.
page.
That's
Cool.
really cool.
Team Marvel's going to present something in a minute. Wasabi Bone says, what's a good ninja-themed comic? Wasabi, actually, surprisingly, the new Mortal Kombat comic from DC is super good. I mean, even if you don't know anything about the Mortal Kombat lore, it's 2 warring ninja clans. That's the whole backstory, and it's pretty emotional. So check that out.
My favorite one is Dr. McNinja. It's available online for free.
There you go.
It's great. It actually is legitimately awesome.
VDA Monster says Amel equals beast mode.
Yeah?
All right, so Team Marvel, here in round 3, what do you got? 1 minute, go.
All right, go. Demon Knight, this is for you. So I'm presenting Guardians Team Up number 10, which is a team up of Rocket Raccoon and Deadpool. And so, you know, Deadpool breaks the fourth wall. He talks about how his contract doesn't allow him to have crossovers or team ups with people that are less popular than him. But then someone tells him that, hey, he's just writing off this Guardians of the Galaxy blockbuster, so you might want to do this. He's like, wait, blockbuster? Yeah, let's do this. So they start off the team up, and they first meet with Deadpool wearing this bat as a cape and cowl, and he says, swear to me. So what's happening is Deadpool and Rocket are teaming up against all these mercenaries, and they're shooting and killing and all this stuff, and they're actually in Cable's headquarters. So there's this one room with all these patches. But anyway, they find out that Deadpool's the one that hired all these mercenaries just because he was bored.
Okay.
There you go, guys. Round 3, we have Stefan Amell professionally wrestling,
Being awesome.
and it's real,
Yeah.
with
I think Jennifer's not skewing this round at all. Don't vote DC!
versus Deadpool teaming up with Rocket Raccoon
And
in
Batman.
Guardians Team Up
And Batman.
number 10.
Guardian Team Up number 10. We have 1 minute for you guys to cast your vote. Go to tglive.com, click once to log in, click twice to vote.
But
Super easy. 1 minute, go. This is the time of the show that we like to extend.
Remind you of our sponsors, House of Secrets, located here in Burbank. So if you guys are ever out this way, definitely be sure to swing by and check out House of Secrets. If you're not out this way because plane tickets are expensive, don't worry, they sell online. So you guys can swing past the website that was just posted and pick up all of the books that we're presenting tonight, except for Green Arrow at WWE's SummerSlam, because that's not a book. But you can check it out. So swing past artoffiction.com/House of Secrets to check out any of the books that we're talking about tonight.
And by the way, people keep asking about Deadpool. The movie looks awesome. It is an anomaly because it's coming from Fox. It looks really, really good. But I think because of Ryan Reynolds and company have been working on it for so many years, that kind of sways it to have a lot of quality instead of just push it out because it's been in the queue forever.
They've been talking about it since X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Your reel says, when is Rocket Raccoon going to wrestle? DC wins this round. And Taslim, who is new, I've not seen you here before, says, how much are the books? Comic books run between
$2.99 and I think $5.99 are crossovers.
Yeah, like
Yep.
3
I don't
and
know
$6 bucks.
what. Yeah.
Some can get pretty pricey, but you guys can always wait for the trades to come out.
Yeah.
You can get them all the story in one little booklet for cheaper than what you would spending the
single issues.
money on single issues.
It looks like Marvel has taken this round. That means they're on the board now with 1.
Right?
We're gonna talk about comics all night.
Team Marvel, what do you have next for us?
I have.
This is round 4, guys. It's first to 3. Ends out this
So
segment.
far, round 4 leaves us with 1-1 because there was one tie in round 1.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
So guys, I have The Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows number 4. The bad thing about this book is that Adam Kuber is the main artist for this book, but they're spitting these books out so much that there's another artist helping him out. So not all the art is great, but the story is awesome. So when we left off the last issue, MJ and Annie, which is Peter Parker's wife and daughter, get kidnapped by what we think are Regent soldiers, but it turns out to be S.H.I.E.L.D. And S.H.I.E.L.D. is now run by Hawkeye, who now has a patch. I think it's a requirement to have a patch on your eye to run S.H.I.E.L.D. But they're there to help MJ and Annie and everything like that. But Regent, he has a hold of Spider-Man now, and the reason that he wants Spider-Man's powers is he wants the Spider Sense to take down Doom. So Regent actually sees himself as the hero of the story. Annie, she comes to her own. She is able to use her powers freely while she's at S.H.I.E.L.D., and she has her own costume now. The Sinister Six show up, and it's
What do they
it's
do?
An issue.
What do they do, Lucas?
It's an issue you should pick up at House of Secrets.
Is
Or
it
House of
Sinister?
M. Huh?
Is it Sinister?
Like evil or
Yeah.
Mr. Sinister?
No, the Sinister Six. Do they do
Oh,
something
Sinister Six. Do you want me to tell you?
No.
Are you allowing me to say?
No, I don't care.
Because I will tell you.
So round 4, Marvel has presented
The Amazing Spider-Man, Renew Your Vows.
Amazing Spider-Man
Numero
Renew Your Vows.
cuatro.
Which is a good way to answer Brown Ass Cannon's question. Brown Ass Cannon says, "What's a good comic to get, DC or Marvel?" Actually, you've joined us for the Danger Room, where we talk about Marvel and DC
Just
books
that.
from last week that we would
timing.
recommend picking up.
Yeah.
So you've just seen Spider-Man Renew Your Vows number 4, and DC is going to present against that.
Bizarro number 3.
Go.
Now, if you guys haven't been following, for whatever reason, you could go to the artwork now. I'm pretty, but let's go. So, Bizarro, the good, the bad, and the stupid. So, Bizarro and Jimmy Olsen are on this like road trip to Bizarro America, aka Canada. And on the way, they get into these little misadventures, and they literally stop at a ghost town, like a town full of Western ghosts. And the ghosts themselves think that Bizarro and Jimmy are ghosts because Bizarro looks like a giant like ghoul. So that's really funny. They get names, which is the Deadeye Olsen and the Bizarro Kid. They fight a bunch of pirate cowboy ghosts. And Bizarro uses his freeze breath, which is pretty funny. It's a really fun, cartoony book. Very like Saturday morning cartoon, which I really dig for the tone of this. 5 seconds. Really funny issue. Pick it up if you haven't been reading it. I'm excited to see what more adventures they have. It's going to be
like great-great-granddaughter.
right. Yeah, she's that happens. That happens.
Hex's great-great-granddaughter.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go, guys. We have
Fun book.
here, round 4 is Bizarro
Really fun
versus The Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows. Did I get that right?
Yep.
Number 4, voting is open, starting now. Original Hatman is asking a question that was also asked by somebody else. I don't know if you want to take that.
Beams and
Which
Original Hatman. A
is?
couple other people are asking, what do you think about the new Suicide Squad movie?
Well,
Not as excited as I am for Batman v Superman.
well, the thing is like we talked about this your last show or the show before that is they got tattoos of the Suicide. The actors got
Yeah.
tattoos of Suicide Squad emblem on their body, on
No,
the person.
Oh,
It's
the
a word
word
that says
squad.
It says squad.
SKWAD.
Right, and it's like all hand, like each of them tattooed each other. So, I mean, that's conviction. That's,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't do that. If it sucks, like, that's a dumb thing to do. I don't think it's going to suck. I
Here's-
think it's going to be a good movie.
For me, the deciding factor about that is usually I'm like, yeah, but actors do a lot of dumb things. But Will Smith tends to be very discerning.
Yeah.
As an actor especially. I would say I have enjoyed like 90% of Will Smith's movies.
Yeah.
And the one that sucked, his son was in. So it's like
Yeah.
he clearly had a reason as a father to do that movie.
Sure.
So if the movie is good enough for Will Smith to want to
Fair enough. That's a good way to
tattoo
look at it.
himself, I'm like,
Yeah.
then I believe that
I'm
it's
down.
going to be a good movie. Voting is now closed.
Oh! Well done, sir.
Marvel has taken
Boom.
Indeed.
DC took it.
DC takes it. Yeah.
it. DC has taken it. So one more, and you guys win out the week and get on the board for the first time this year, or Marvel may even it up. We'll see. Here
Guru
in just
just
a
pops
second.
in saying, I'm getting a Smile Time tattoo very soon.
It's a great idea.
Well,
we should all get
how-
Twin Galaxy Live.
How are you gonna? I want to get a I wanna
Comic
get
book
this.
show?
I want to get this. Just this.
That's dumb.
Just
do
the
do do.
Let's see. David
You
the
can fill it
WD
in.
says Jean Grey and the Phoenix Force is too powerful. They have to remove her for
Yes, I
other
did.
stories. Oh,
Yeah, I've
the
got a
X-Men
few awesome
movies.
Yeah, I think they
The
were
winner?
talking. David the WD
'cause if we
said,
do this, we
didn't
win, and
Regent
then we're
kill
done.
Jean Grey? Regent actually killed all the X-Men in that storyline that
I
I
don't
just
know if I have
presented
a
to you
winner.
that
I
you
mean,
guys
that
didn't
might do
vote
well.
for.
With the-
But yeah,
especially
it's
the
awesome.
Wiki
Guys,
sword.
come on.
But yeah.
Okay.
Two.
All right, Team DC,
Yeah,
ready?
yeah. Yep.
And go.
For round 5, DC presents Harley Quinn and Power Girl versus Vartox, who is dressed up like a male version of Slave Leia. I don't know if you guys can tell that he's got amazing little nipple rings going on. And this guy was a reject character from the 80s who actually has been revamped and redone for Harley Quinn versus Power Girl. So it's ridiculous. They're out in space. She starts off with the Captain Kirk-esque monologue in Hunter S. Thompson voice, which of course lends itself later on to the tribute from, come on, why am I, it doesn't matter, brain's failing. You've got all kinds of crazy statues of hot girls. This was during Vartox's 90 years of celibacy. He created all of these phallic and amazing things. The storyline is really goofy. They have a drug-induced trip in the middle of it, which again is the Hunter S. Thompson thing. The jokes are ridiculous. Vartox is constantly making fun of Power Girl's outfit, being like, clearly this is just meant to distract me. Power Girl picks him up by the nipple rings later on in the book. The book is really, really fun. It's really awesome. I'd highly recommend checking out Power Girl and Harley Quinn #3. We can't show anymore.
No, zoom in right there though. It's not new stuff, right? That looks like Prince Adam.
Prince Adam.
Oh, the Power Girl, the top Power Girl's head.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
He-Man.
Good book. Fun book.
All right.
Highly recommend it. Once again, Harley Quinn, Power Girl, check it out.
Check it out. That's the round 6 submission. Round 5.
Round 5.
5 submission.
Yes, round 5.
Team Marvel, what do you have?
I'm
1
ready.
minute. Go.
Guys, so this is for you actually, Guru. So I have Star Wars #8, and this is actually for me because one of my most recent favorite artists right now is Stuart O'Menon, and he is actually illustrating Star Wars right now, and this art is phenomenal. So guys, this is kind of like an episode of As the World Turns or Guiding Light. We find out that Han Solo has a wife. Her name is Sana. But she's a bounty hunter, and she recognizes Princess Leia, and she's like, "Oh, there's a huge price tag on your head. Why don't you come with me?" Pretty much. And there's a side story with Luke, and someone steals his lightsaber. So I believe in the future issues we're gonna find out why someone stole it. This person right here stole it for someone else. But then back to Princess Leia's story. She's like, "Oh, you're not going to take me," and oh no, the Empire's there, and they are so ready to take you, Leia, and she's apparently already been sold. So guys, pick up Star Wars #8. Stuart O'Menon's art is awesome, amazing, and the colors are awesome as well.
Oh man, that's amazing. That just happened to be that you have a Slave Leia themed thing going
I like
on.
Little Crazy who just pops in and says nerds bye.
Oh, come on.
Bye, Little Crazy.
Bye, insane little person. Have a good everything.
All right, guys. So 1 minute to vote. We're gonna make it happen. We have Harley Power Girl team up, #3 versus Star Wars.
Numero 8.
Numero
I feel like there's only a finite amount of jobs in the
Go.
Star Wars universe. It's Princess, Bounty Hunter,
No, there's
Rebel,
a lot of jobs.
Stormtrooper,
Bartender,
farmer. That's like it.
yeah,
Oh, and Darth Vader.
and a band member.
Oh, Little Crazy says laugh out loud. I'm just kidding.
Good.
Aw.
It hurts so bad.
I like, I think it's Brooklyn Style Baby says, how the hell are you guys getting more views than FNL? I don't know what FNL is.
So maybe that's your cue.
Oh!
Friday Night Live.
Is
That's
that a
not-
I
show?
don't know.
It's not Friday.
But
Wednesday.
it's
not
not
Friday.
Friday.
So
This is the comic book show. I'm not sure how we're getting more views than that person, but this
that
is a
person
show that we've been doing for 3 years, and that is edited together and featured on Stan Lee's channel every Monday. So there you go. I don't know. As a nerd, you really can't receive a higher badge of honor than to have anything Stan Lee affiliated. So we made it, guys. We made it.
High fives all around.
All right. So voting is now closed. Let's see.
Marvel takes it decisively.
Oh my gosh, Marvel took it decisively. They played the Star
that
Wars
means
card.
another round.
This is the
This
deciding
is the
round.
deciding round unless we
Deciding
tie,
round.
which
Round 6.
I would love.
Oh, goodness.
All right,
Can we talk about more comics, please?
Lucas, ready?
No. I am not.
When we go into round 6, we start to have to decide how much of a big gun we want to pull out and what kind of giggity and what kind of play we want to make. Giggity. So it's up for debate right now. I'm surprised. I really thought the Stefan Amell thing was pretty awesome. I'd check it out. He does take a flying leap off
a
one
cool
of the
dude.
things. And
He is awesome.
no pads or anything. He's just
he injured his back. He
I
showed a
bet he did.
He posted a picture of his back, and you can see Stardust's face paint on his back.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So, yeah.
And
I'm ready.
go.
So, guys, I am presenting Silk #6. Yes, this book is still going on, and it is phenomenal. So we are following Cindy Moon. She was captured in a bunker forever because, you know, she has these spider powers, and this one guy, Gabriel, or I forget his name, was trying to protect her. Now she's out, and she wants to find her parents. And this one guy right here knows where her parents are at. And he reveals to her that her parents were watching her in the bunker all those years that she was in the bunker, but now she can't find her parents. So this one guy who knows where her parents are at has all the answers that she needs. Oh wait, Black Cat comes in, interrupts everything that's happening, and makes the ceiling come down on this guy and kills him. So now she has no way of finding out where her parents are at. It ends with the Secret Wars, tease, but it does say to be continued, so don't think this is the last you'll see of Cindy Moon as Silk. Also, there's some... Also, you'll find out later.
What is it?
Because my time is up.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Pick up Silk #6.
Jallyper,
It's so sexy.
Jallyper is a new viewer that I see here in the chat. Says, who would win between Beast and Bjorn? You're in luck. The very next segment after this round is something we call the Infinity Gauntlet, where we have discussions exactly about what you're discussing. We take your guys' suggested matchups and use our nerd powers, nerd knowledge to embarrass our parents, but more appropriately discuss the results of those battles as proposed by you. So, Team DC, what do you have for us? Silk has interestingly got a lot of
love.
a lot of love when you presented.
Yeah, it's a really great book.
I like.
It's funny that Taslim says, haven't seen Silk in a long time. Silk hasn't been around that long, has she?
Yeah.
Nope. Huh? No.
No. Silk,
This is
Silk
a different
premiered
character.
when we've been doing the show.
Yep.
So.
What makes me laugh is I recently looked into Silk because she's a Korean American hero, and that means a lot to my people. I'm not Korean. I don't know why.
No, but your
I
people love
thought
Koreans.
So
That's cool.
But I
Korean
liked her
barbecue, right?
her origin made me laugh. It was like the spider, after it bit Spider-Man, also bit her. That's her origin.
That's the origin?
Like, that's her origin. It bit Peter Parker, and then as it was walking away, it also bit her. And
It's
then,
like, you know what? I'm pissed.
And then
I'm
it
gonna bite
died.
another asshole.
It was revealed in Original Sin that that's what happened. But, you know, I'm sure people out there wondered, whatever happened to that
Brilliant
spider?
origin story.
what happened to that spider? Well, let me tell you about that spider. It bit a Korean girl, and then it died. Okay, ready?
Felt like Korean barbecue.
Joe Chill is running down the street shooting parents left and right. Batman's origin.
You're Batman. You're Batman. You're Batman. You're Batman. You're a Bat Lady. Oh.
Ready?
Okay.
Go.
So DC's final round pick, Superman Wonder Woman, number 20. This one has a lot to love. Through the whole beginning, middle of the book, it's Steve Trevor versus Clark Kent. Now, if you aren't up to date, Clark no longer has a secret identity. Everybody knows who he is. And apparently, Steve Trevor's and America is pissed because they thought that Superman presented himself as a proud American with nothing to hide. And I think that he deserves to have his own private identity, and they're ass clowns. And Clark is like, look, I grew up in Kansas, I went to school, I moved to Metropolis, and I started to wear a suit. It's a day job, just like anybody.
Obama?
It was Obama, I'm getting there. So he hangs out with the president, it's because that's what you do when you're Superman. Parasite attacks him and the president. Clark, of course, kicks Parasite's butt, saves the president. And then there's this really great panel, which is kind of like a non sequitur, but it's just... let me see. Oh, no.
Time's up.
Oh, no, I did it. It looks good. It looks good. Just look at it. Just look at it.
It looks good.
Just
No,
you
it's
were
too
looking
late.
at it.
It's too late.
It's
You've
so
been
good.
interrupted.
But it was a really good book. It was a good book to
Miss
see.
Missile
that
thinks
good
that you're
stuff.
Dr. Manhattan.
All right. I wish I had a big blue dick. That's pretty cool. That's so cool.
Just the dick.
A blue one.
Okay.
I hear you can
didn't
get
say
big
blue
blue
one.
balls.
That's your thing?
That's a thing.
That's your thing?
All right, guys, this is the deciding round. Let's see who took this week. Marvel or DC? We have Silk
Number
versus
6.
Superman, American Philosophy.
Superman,
Okay.
Wonder Woman.
It's awesome.
1
Number
minute.
20.
Vote.
Number 20.
Go to
What?
tglive.com. tglive.com gets you voted in.
Yes, tglive.com. Log in. Click on Marvel or DC to get your votes in. This could be the final round, guys. Whoever wins could win this week.
Hi,
Unless
Nikon
it's
Gamer.
tied, and then we'll go into another round.
Yes, we've gone digital. We have fancy scans of comics now, and I don't know. There was some love that people had for looking at blurry, out of focus panels of comics.
Glare.
That was
With
us.
glare and half cut off and all that stuff, but we are now going to show
We're
you
now fancy.
images that you can actually discern. Because you deserve it.
Hello, Nikon Gamer. You are correct. It is Dark Knight. The end image was DK3, Dark Knight, which is the Dark Knight, the Master Race. It's Brian Azzarello and Frank Miller coming back to do one more Dark Knight Returns. Well, Wes, your mic is all screwed up, but congratulations, sir. You took it with 80% of the vote.
Yeah, I did it!
But you
Round
should say
6.
that again when he's not
Oh,
in
yes.
frame for editing, because this will make no
Yeah.
sense.
Yes, well.
Okay, and one more time. Go.
Well, your mic was having some issues, but surely enough, it looks like DC has taken round 6 with 80% of the vote. DC takes the week. Congratulations, sir. I can hold up the board while you draw your fine first line of
Why
the
are you looking at
year.
me like that?
I want you to look at me while I do it. Watch me.
Are you I thought you were gonna put it on Marvel's side for a second. Why'd you have it up so far?
I don't know.
All right, guys, so there you go.
We earned the shit out of that one.
That was, so
DC,
well fought.
For the first time this year on the board in week 3 of year 3.
Thank you guys.
Thanks to you guys and your
Yeah.
votes. Marvel is still ahead with 2 votes, but
One
that
vote.
moves us into our very next round, or
Which
sorry, our very
is?
next segment, which is
The Infinity Gauntlet! There you go. This is where you guys give us your favorite characters of comic books, movies, TV, whatever. We pit them in a fight to the death. We discuss their powers, attributes, and who would hypothetically win in a battle. It's awesome.
But we
There you
need
go.
your suggestions, so start
we
giving
had
us
if the guy who
Beast.
suggested Beast versus I think it was Bjorn can verify that they're still in the chat, we will do that.
Yeah.
But you got to type in the chat, and we will definitely do it.
And I hope somebody knows who Bjorn is.
I have no idea.
No clue.
I was thinking it was Bjork,
Yeah,
like
that's
the
that's
musician,
what came
and then
into my
I am
head.
pretty sure Bjork would win that.
What's
Actually,
up?
She
You're
was
doing it wrong
crazy.
is in the chat room.
Hey, you're doing it wrong.
Hey.
How's it going?
You're doing it wrong. It's
You never
finally
do
doing
it wrong.
something right by
do it
being
right.
here.
Haliper
We
is
miss
still
you.
here, or Jallyper.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Jollyper.
But I hate to say it, I really don't know who Bjorn is. Bjorn from the
Vikings
Vikings.
TV show.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
I
All
did
right.
say TV, movies, anything. Any
Yeah.
fictitious
All right, well,
character.
give us a little bit about Beast. I'm going to look up Bjorn.
Okay, so Beast, he's a mutant. He was one of the first X-Men. He's highly intelligent. He has a lot of strength, very agile. He does well on his own. He had his own book there for a while, fighting crime. So yeah, he likes to mutate himself a lot. Like he puts serums in him to like. Okay, let me give you the full origin story of Beast. So he's human-like, but with big hands and big feet. So he looks like a huge football player is what he looked like. But as a disguise, he gave himself this serum that made him all hairy and beast-like, and it was only supposed to last an hour. Or no, he had to go back to take the antidote in an hour, otherwise it would be permanent. So he didn't get there in time, and so he was permanently hairy, and he used to wear a human mask to make him look human and stuff like that.
It's creepy.
And then, later on, his hairiness would be taken away, and then it would come back, and so he's fucked up genetically. He's been turned into a cat, and then now he's looks more like a gorilla.
So quick, in summary, attributes, skills, powers, what's he got?
Well, as I said,
In summary.
he's highly intelligent, a lot of strength, and very agile.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
All right, well, Bjorn.
He's a
We
beast.
we do know who Bjorn is,
Yes,
and I
I-
think you guys would probably also know who he is. It just wasn't connecting.
Okay.
He's not from Vikings. He's talking about Bjorn from The Hobbit, the Skin Changer.
The very opening of the movie
the second
where
one.
the very opening of the second movie where everyone's running like mad, including the orcs, from something that's like a giant bear type thing.
Wait, from The Hobbit?
From The Hobbit,
Okay,
the new
I haven't
Hobbit
seen
movies.
it.
Bear Man
Alright.
Pig.
Haven't seen it. Haven't read it.
He's a giant. Well, from what we can tell from the movie, because I don't remember the character from the books, even though I read the books in 6th grade. So I don't know. That's my excuse.
You guys remember
But
that weird animated movie, Hobbits?
yeah,
Never watched it.
people loved it. But Bjorn, skin changer, he transforms into this giant beast. From what we understand, he's completely not in control of his faculties when he is that beast.
No, he
Because
has slight control over
He
it.
has control over his faculties, but he is enraged, and he like chases. He chased them into his house, and then when he transformed back into who he was, he no longer was mad at them, right? So that's what I mean when he's not in control of his faculties. So, and he's somebody that obviously the orcs are scared of, that Gandalf is terrified of.
No,
terrified of.
Gandalf's not terrified of it. Gandalf's upset because he knows that Bjorn doesn't like hobbits.
Yeah, but he was
So.
still scared of him. He was running.
Well, but he was running because of his company. It's like if you're hanging out with the
So,
people who everybody hates, and your mic's busted again.
no, it's
My
your
mic?
fault. And you guys missed
What?
the whole gay thing with
Yeah.
Lucas, apparently.
Yeah.
I look like
Was all of that
flaming gay.
unusable?
No.
I looks flaming gay.
No.
Oh, it's not good.
He's talking about me. God damn.
Well-
As I'm typing, this guy on the right is really rising my gay scale.
This is a gay guy.
Okay, so we're
No,
all gay.
I'm on the left, according to him.
No. Oh. So
Yeah,
me.
it is you
Okay.
because
Wait,
he's
what was
watching you. You're the guy.
what was it?
I look flaming's gay.
Okay.
Quote, and he's rising on the gay scale.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so he was saying you two look gay
No,
together.
it was me and you. You're on the right. I'm in the middle.
We'll jump back. Bjorn from The Hobbit. He doesn't like hobbits. He does have control of his faculties.
Got it.
Gandalf is not scared of him, but pretty much everybody else is.
Got it.
Because he can go absolute beast mode, and he can transform into a giant beastly creature that is imbued with the strength of, I want to say it's like 20 men is what they say at the beginning of the movie.
And
lot of
when he's transformed back into his semi-human form, he's still much larger
Yes.
than people are.
I think he's even bigger than Gandalf.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
he is.
He's huge, but he doesn't have the intelligence that Beast has. So as far as a battle goes, if it comes down to a battle of strength, I'm pretty sure Bjorn would win it.
Yeah.
Well,
I know Beast has a lot of strength, but I think
there's
Bjorn
one thing
is
I
stronger.
should bring up. In Amazing X-Men, which was recent, Beast was stabbed with pirate swords, and he was going complete feral. So, and he was kicking ass. So I should have brought that up. But
Well,
yes.
the real question is, do you think that Beast would be able to use his intelligence to take out Bjorn?
See, with stuff like his intelligence takes time. So I don't know if he has enough time.
This
He's
guy
like
seems
book
like he's all
smart.
aggression though, and he'll just
Yeah, this guy goes like Hulk.
go
He
cray
hulks
cray.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
well,
like Beast is usually in a lab figuring things out. You know,
He's
doing
book
his own-
smart.
He's doing his hashtag science thing.
He's book smart.
Yeah. So
I think
kinda
I think within the confines of this fight, the two references that I have for Beast, because I've read a handful of comics, but I'm not a huge X-Men fan like you are. The references that I have are from the animated series, where he would just take too long to figure it out, or from the movies, where he's kind of a bitch recently.
what? Wait.
Not Kelsey Grammer.
Okay,
We're
I was
talking
gonna say
about-
Nicholas Holt. Totally agree.
I do have to do some disambiguation here, thanks to Kurogari. He's right. It's not hobbits that he has a problem with, it's dwarves. Remember, the Hobbit movies are about primarily the group of dwarves with
Right, yes.
Bilbo as
Yeah.
the only hobbit. So thank you, Kurogari. You're right. He has a problem
And
with
good to see you again.
with dwarves. Very good to see you. He says Bjorn is basically a giant bear. His strength level would be way above Beast. It's like putting a black bear up against a grizzly bear.
Grizzly Bear wins every time.
And here's the thing,
Science.
everything Lucas just said, and the movie and everything I've seen, Beast is just kind of like a cat. It's like a house cat. You said he was feral, and he looks like a cat.
Well,
And
he was like lion looking for a
He
while.
doesn't look like a lion.
No,
He looks like a house cat, and I would name him Mittens. And I think if you're pitting a guy named Mittens up against like a giant dwarf killing monster, I'm gonna go with monster, because I don't like cats.
They were enough of a threat that the orcs had to wipe them out.
Yeah.
So
And I'm sure they don't like cats either. But so I agree with Jennifer.
I will go with Bjorn.
Yep. Cat killer.
Is my vote.
I'm going with Beast.
Well, you're wrong.
I'm going with Beast. And you're a real Uriel. He's actually like gorilla-like right now.
A cat
He's
gorilla?
not like a cat.
Is it a cat gorilla?
Again, I don't have the reference of Beast. I've like just the visuals that I have of Beast and the visuals that I have of Bjorn. I think Bjorn takes it.
Yeah.
But great suggestion, and there have been a bunch more good suggestions that have come through too. I've seen Thanos versus Darkseid a bunch. I've seen
very
Spawn versus Skeletor.
Thought
Versus
Goku,
Spider-Gwen.
Goku and Vegeta versus all of the DC and Marvel universes.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I know Dragon Ball pumps up those two as being super powerful, but if you're using the entirety of the DC and Marvel
They're going to
universe,
die.
they're going to be completely vaporized.
It would be
First of all-
obliterated.
First
Yeah.
of all, we have a Phoenix, we have a Hulk,
Yeah.
we have a Thor.
You have
I could go on.
Thanos.
Well, you
Robert
Thanos,
Downey
Galactus,
Jr. 's ego.
Darkseid, Galactus,
Doom.
Superman, all of the Omega level or
Yeah.
like. What's it?
Everybody.
I mean, it's Superboy Prime.
Yeah, no
The
contest.
Anti-Monitor. Yeah, no, it's game over.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to do Spawn versus Skeletor? Do you want to do Thanos versus Darkseid? Do you want to do Silk versus Spider-Gwen?
There was a lot of Silk versus Spider-Gwen that I saw. There was a lot of Silk versus Spider-Gwen just general debate, like who's better when Lucas was presenting his book. What do you think? And you
know-
confused the two of them initially
I
when
did.
we had that
I
discussion.
thought
so.
because Jennifer and I were. Well, we should just do this one.
Okay.
Let's do it.
And here's my chiming in. I don't know either of the characters. Spider-Gwen has a better outfit. And I
definitely.
thought Silk was Spider-Gwen because I was trying to say that, yeah, Silk has the hood, right? She's got the hood. And Jennifer's like, no, Silk
got a
has the
mask.
face mask. And I was like, oh, well, then we had to look it up. But my vote goes for Spider-Gwen because I have no idea about either of them.
Samesies.
With their abilities, they're pretty much the same, though Silk has the web coming out of her fingertips, so she doesn't have to do the web shooters and stuff like that. Actually, I don't know how Gwen does the web, because... Oh, wait, she's smart, so maybe she came up with the same web fluid as Peter did. So I'll just give you a little bit of backstory on both. Silk, you know, as we were saying before, she got bit by the spider, the same spider that Peter Parker was bit from, so she's has the radioactive stuff inside of her that gives her the spider powers. When she got bit by the spider, she was then confined into a bunker forever, so she doesn't know what the real world is. She's never been trained. She's never... You know, all this stuff is new to her. The world is new to her, pretty much. She's very sexually active when Peter Parker is around. Their pheromones like connect really hard.
Spider sexiness?
Yeah,
Like
like I wonder
Spider
if
hormones?
they have sex. Like, what's gonna come out of her is like a bunch of radioactive spiders.
Oh.
I don't know.
Nikon Gamer says, isn't Silk stronger and faster than Spider-Man?
Is that true?
I don't know.
Doc's
Man, if
shaking
only we
his
had
head
some.
yes.
If only we had some comic book experts on those questions.
Yeah, I mean, whenever she says experts, I always do the quotes. Like, it's experts. But with Spider-Gwen, she...
We got the gay comment again.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Clean, you do look.
Oh, no!
called
No.
me-
Wait, stop there!
Bring it up. All right.
you
Hey,
clean?
guys.
We banned him 5 minutes ago. He was saying the guy on the left, our right, me, I guess,
Probably.
probably
Okay.
smashes the shit on the guy on the left after the stream. Not gay. And correct, Mr. Clean, you do look like a flaming gay. Glad you can read. The
Said
guy on the
flaming
left, who
gay.
again is me, I think. I broke the gay scale. I am a legit. I'm assuming that's a derogatory term for gay people. All right, well, sure, that's the thing.
All right. Well, thank you
That's
for your
okay.
seal of gay approval.
We've addressed it. Now we can get back to Silk
Okay,
versus Spider-Gwen.
so Spider-Gwen,
internet.
so it's like taking the origin of Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy and flipping it. So Gwen Stacy was the one bitten by the radioactive spider. They had a relationship, you know, but Peter died. He actually was jealous of Spider-Gwen. It's like, I want to have powers too. So he injected himself with the lizard's serum.
That's
he
smart.
became the lizard, and then Gwen Stacy and them had to battle, and Peter Parker ended up dying. So I believe she has a little more experience having the spider powers. She does a good job. She's only had 5 issues, and she's broken the scale of popularity. People cosplay her as her all the time, and thumbs up to you for being brave and being you. And yeah.
All right, well, as a totally straight male, Spider-Gwen still has a way better costume, so I'm voting for Spider-Gwen.
And a halvesies straight guy, apparently. No, I'm the full gay. You're the halvesies. I don't know. Whatever.
Doesn't matter. You guys are all smashing
We're all
each other
smashing each
after.
other.
You know
after
what?
This.
We're smashing.
We're smashies.
We're smashing. I can't even say it. We're smashing each other and then talking about comics. How can life get any better than that?
And Kuragari
Yeah.
says, "What do you think the Infinity Gauntlet is for?"
Having sex with each other.
Don't do it.
I don't want it. Don't make that the thing.
All right, who do you think would win, Lucas?
I don't know what that means.
I mean, if Silk is stronger than Spider-Man,
All right.
that's what Doc is saying. That's what they're saying in the chat. I think I'd still give it to Spider-Gwen, just because of her experience
Yeah.
and because of her costume.
If
Silk's first costume, all she did was web herself up. She just had web all over her body.
Really?
Yeah, it was
That's
really
Silk, you
sexy.
said?
And then she changed it to this black and gray and red thing. And
This
it's
gay guy's
just-
got to check that out.
Yeah, check that out. Check it out. But yeah.
So in this
Spider-Gwen.
one, it sounds like we're going with Spider-Gwen. We think Spider-Gwen would take it.
Yeah.
I think
You
Silk
didn't
would
ask me
take
for
it.
my
Oh,
opinion.
I'm sorry. What's your
I
opinion?
think Spider-Gwen would take it.
All right. Spider-Gwen takes it. I love that we're getting spammed. Decode is just saying again and again and again, Thanos versus Darkseid.
No less than like 80
We've got
times.
time for like one more because we've got a lot of cool things that we want to reach for the.
Someone suggested the comic book show versus homophobia.
Oh. Well, considering the comic book show is
wins.
not homophobic, I would say probably
Yeah.
comic book show wins.
We
it.
win.
Yeah, we win that.
I think we've got a lot of like god level characters or like
Yeah,
upper
it's
level. There's the
crazy.
one above all. We've got Thanos and Darkseid. I think we should. It's been a long time since we've done Thanos and Darkseid.
I was gonna say.
I think Thanos versus
Yeah, we'll
Darkseid
do.
is a pretty good one to do.
a popular one.
And very
hey,
quickly, we had
kudos
2
to him
questions.
for saying it like 100 times. He wanted us to do it.
So we will tackle that.
Tenacity.
Decode, we're going with your suggestion,
All right.
Thanos versus Darkseid.
do it.
And then we'll get back to whether or not Mass Effect had a comic and do we know the Sentry and all the rest of these amazing
Watchtower.
topics that we can chat about. All right, do you want to tackle Thanos or?
Lay some
Yes,
Thanos knowledge
I
on us.
have some Thanos information for you guys from Wikipedia, so you guys can cross-reference this. He has superhuman strength. He's,
Okay.
he's durable.
All right.
He has great endurance. He manipulates energy, guys.
It's great.
So if Darkseid has any energy, he'll be able to manipulate that. Because I know that Darkseid has energy, so that'll come into play later, guys. He has telekinesis. He can teleport, and he has longevity. So beat that. Phone drop.
Well, let's
Don't
start
break phone.
with the fact that Thanos was an admitted copy of Darkseid. That actually happened. That's a thing.
That has
So-
nothing to do with the
I'm
battle.
just starting with it.
I'm just saying that has
starting
nothing
with
to
it.
do with the
Just
battle,
letting-
guys.
Just letting the people
Nothing.
know.
Nothing.
Well, here. Why
Yes.
don't you?
You're a
why don't
big
you give
Darkseid fan.
I am, and actually, I've been I've been brushing up on my Darkseid
I love
thanks
Darkseid.
to the 1986 Superpowers book on tapes published by Kid Stuff.
Okay.
Where Darkseid, I learned that Darkseid has the power of Stargates, which are also teleportation.
Yeah.
He is invulnerable. He is a god. He's a new god. From
Super
the
intelligence.
Fourth World, created by Jack Kirby. He is ultra intelligent, and he's pretty much questing throughout the known universe for something called the anti-life equation. Which is what Darkseid plans on using to kill everybody and conquer everything.
Yep.
Similar to how Thanos loves death, Darkseid loves anti-life, which is kind of weird because the two characters are really, really similar. Darkseid is a god. He's a universe-level threat. He's been able to beat Superman. He has these things called Omega beams, which never miss their target. The only time they ever missed, they weren't actually a miss. It's just Batman was able to shoot him with a god bullet before the beams hit him
Pretty much.
first. But the beams will track you through wherever. He's killed a number of new gods. He's pretty ridiculously powerful. And pretty much
Telekinesis, mind control. He a lot to do with manipulating people. Like he also, which wasn't mentioned before, mind reading. He's pretty much the god of his own planet, which is called Apocalypse, and he has centuries of soldiers and people that are dedicated to his cause of the anti-life equation and evil and the destruction of planets. And he's no joke. He's a big baddie. He's a big baddie.
So
And he wears a skirt like a man.
He does.
He does.
It's
So
called
let's
a
get down to
tunic.
brass tacks. Who would win in a fight?
Darkseid.
I think my vote would go with Darkseid. Darkseid, in various storylines, has actually succeeded in conquering the DC universe.
A couple times.
Which is probably similar with Thanos. I think Thanos has used the Infinity Gauntlet to conquer in various spin-offs. And
He's also double-crossed Brainiac, which Brainiac is a character who's prolific in knowing all the contingency plans of everybody, but Darkseid would always like stab it in the back because that's what Darkseid does, and he has his own agenda. He's a major like strategist. He likes to be on top.
So, I mean, realistically, they're both very, very powerful characters. They both stand a ridiculous shot. I mean, if this battle ever goes down, universes are dying.
Did it happen in the JLA versus Avengers thing?
The Marvel versus DC,
Didn't they do that?
I know there's.
It
Oh
was
no!
Hey,
Yes.
Annabelle.
Yeah, no. Oh my God! Yeah. Because Darkseid puts on the Infinity Gauntlet, but nothing happens because it was in the DC universe. I remember that part.
He is actually talking about the Avengers versus Justice League
JLA.
crossover.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
weird little prestige format book
was
that
George,
came out in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
George Perez.
George Perez.
Keep going, but I have to read VDA's monsters thing.
So, I mean, I've seen Darkseid succeed in taking out the DC universe enough times to make me think that Darkseid is not messing around. Darkseid's a pretty serious threat.
Yep.
So, I am obviously on the show. I'm supposed to represent DC during the Danger Room. I would probably go with Darkseid, and I know we've talked about it numerous times before, and I know Darkseid has won before. I'm not really sure why he won before.
Probably because I
It's-
just gave in.
It's going to be a really close fight. I mean, the two people are pretty much the same character.
Yeah.
So
I'm abstaining specifically for this reason. I think both publishers created these specific characters just to be like ultra powerful.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just to be ultimately powerful on a universal, massively colossal level. So this fight, I mean, what's the point of? In my head, what's the point of arguing it? Because they can always pull out new powers.
That's the segment.
yeah,
I know, but they'll always pull up. But if this ever went down, they would actually pull out more powers that you haven't even discovered yet
Yeah.
to try to up the stakes of who's more powerful.
Where's
That's
the
just how
skirt?
it is.
That's cool.
Yep. So are you guys voting Darkseid? How about you, Lucas?
I think last time I gave in, and I think this time I'm giving in as well.
Because
Darkseid, go ahead and take
Darkseid.
it.
It's a really close and good fight either way.
It's just because I don't know enough of Thanos to represent him correctly. I think Lawrence needs to be.
Lawrence should be
Lawrence,
good
come
for
back.
We'll do this
Come back,
again when
Lawrence.
Lawrence is here.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Ederian really reminds me of like. By the way, thank you for tuning in, but you really are reminding me of like a Twitch chat Rumpelstiltskin because it keeps posing questions and like making. If you do not answer correctly, you are a noob. Answer me this. Twin Galaxies, how strong is the Sentry? Hint, he is stronger than a certain amount of suns. Do you know?
Answer wisely.
7.
Do you know? Answer!
I'm going to answer by saying we're going into our last segment of the night, which
Then now or to noob.
Sentry's a Marvel character.
My answer is 4.
Sentry is a Marvel character. I've heard he's ridiculously powerful.
Aw.
But I think the best time to discuss the Sentry, that's why I was using it as a transition.
A million, not even close.
Why is he British? Why is he British? Jennifer is very certain.
I'm sorry.
It's not just suns, it's a million exploding suns. You just got comic book showed. Regardless, we're moving into our last segment, which is...
The Watchtower.
Okay, wait, start. Sorry, I was talking.
Sorry, I didn't know who was going to do it.
You are.
Okay.
Last segment of the night. Let's try that one more time. Last segment of the night, which is...
It's the Watchtower.
Whoa.
It's where we BS about comics, but BS about what you want to talk about.
That's really what I said.
Like how-
that's his thing.
Edirian wants to talk about how the Sentry is stronger than 1,000,000 exploding suns.
We didn't want to talk about how Yak Fizzle wanted us to spread our legs,
Yeah,
bruh.
do it, guys. He said bruh. He said bruh.
I already did my thing with
Come
my
on.
leg. It's your turn.
Clearly not me.
So I need to do.
You're objectified. Do it.
I'm not a bruh.
That's what you want to
What
see.
am I supposed to do?
I
don't
really
know.
wanted to do it too, but I was not
No,
addressed.
she's
It
not
was
a bra.
you guys.
Not a bra.
Spread your legs for the camera.
I like the Wolverine face that's in it too.
Oh God! No, take it away.
That is not
Take it
appropriate.
away.
That is not
Bleep
appropriate.
it all out. Blur everything that's
Appropriate
happened.
use of the Infinity Gauntlet.
Blur it all.
You definitely don't want that part of your body to have all the power of the Infinity.
I think I kind of do. That would be great.
I don't want. I'm not gonna say.
Well, original Hat Man wants to talk about the Mass Effect comic.
Okay.
Did either of you guys read it?
Nope.
If I remember right, it was a 6-issue crossover that was published by, I want to say IDW. Sorry, not crossover. It was a 6-issue miniseries. Was published by.
IDW?
I think so. Was it? It wasn't Dark Horse. was it?
You're a real Uriel. If children are up at this hour, where are your parents?
I do remember that something in Mass Effect was huge and it affected everything.
They've got this fight going on about Sentry now. They're saying he's not actually that strong. Just saying.
It was Dark Horse.
Oh, them fighting
It
words.
was Dark Horse. Okay. Very good.
Fighting words.
Yeah, I think they own the.
I like all. Guys, there have been so many new users tonight who have signed in. We're super appreciative for all of you, and there have been a lot of different things to try and.
Hi, Thunder Joe.
There have been a lot of different things to try and talk about. So you will have to forgive us if we skip or miss you. It doesn't mean that we're not paying attention to the chat. We absolutely are. But there's a lot going through. If you guys want to join us on Twitter or on Facebook, we're happy to try and discuss more at length. I think one of the best comments for the night has been, what's a good DC book? What's a good Marvel book? I'm trying to get into comic books.
Something
we've
we
all
always
been
like
there.
to answer. Yeah.
And we would love to chat about it. We're going to try and make a note.
Yeah, so yeah, because he doesn't
Matt's
do Facebook.
like,
There's not
I
even-
don't know
That
what
was
that
if they
is.
asked me to keep going, I would have failed miserably.
Yeah,
That
so
was it.
Facebook, you can create a file for people to access. If you like a page, you can access the file and it'll, say whatever we want to say. So what we're going to do is create a really cool entry-level list to great books for DC, Marvel, independent publishers, whatever.
It'll
just
be like
good
the
books.
staff recommendations table at Barnes & Noble's.
That's right.
Except it'll
Comic
be
book
us.
picks.
There you go, guys.
And, we never hate answering this question because I think a lot of people, it's so daunting to, because I forget who said it, but I like superheroes, I just know where to start. Because you don't. There's no right way to do it. There's no 101 on how to start. That everyone's story is different. I didn't start reading comics until I was young, but it was because of Batman the Animated Series. That show got me into comics. So everyone has their own little comic book origin story.
Yep.
So there's no wrong way. Just pick up a couple of what we're going to. But let's throw a couple out. Favorite comics, Marvel, DC, or whatever, that they could get into.
Well, we always have the same answer,
Which is fine for the new viewers.
which is the No Man's Land story arc, Cataclysm, and then No Man's Land
For Batman.
in the Batman story.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. That was in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yep.
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 Yeah. And all the books that we suggest are they're standalone, so you don't need you have basic comic knowledge of superheroes. Superman or Batman or whoever it is, but you don't have to read 100 things.
Someone should say the Sentry so Edirian feels vindicated.
The Sentry's
Sentry.
dead.
Ooh,
He's dead.
manga. That's a different kind of show.
Some
Oh wait, no,
independents.
he's a horseman, so he's back.
100 Bullets.
So much stuff.
100 Bullets is actually really good.
Why the Last Man.
Oh, Why the Last Man was amazing.
Red Star.
Red Star. We know
Kick-Ass.
Christian Gusser.
Kick-Ass is awesome.
Kick-Ass is good. I
Hit
liked
Girl.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was really good.
Midnight
The first
Nation.
We'll make a note, guys, because
Yeah.
we could probably spend the rest
Rising
of the
Stars.
A lot of really good stuff. Rising Stars.
Yep.
Yep. We could probably spend the rest of the show doing this. But if it wasn't clear, guys, the Watchtower is a segment where you guys are suggesting the topics and we discuss them.
Whatever you want.
Whatever you've been doing, like what you've been doing throughout the entire show, this is the segment dedicated to that. So
Keep doing it.
how did you feel about this movie? What do you think about this guy?
What
What are
else?
your opinions on Sentry? Tell me, mortal, how many exploding suns would equal the power of one Sentry?
All right, well, Taslim wants us to criticize Legends of Tomorrow, which is the upcoming Rip Hunter crossover from Arrow and.
Why would we criticize it? We haven't seen it.
I think he wants criticism
idea
on
of
a
it.
basic premise.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Does he want our opinions on it, like what we know of it?
Well, what do you think of it?
I will be watching.
Okay.
I mean, Black Canary's coming back as the White Canary.
I'm watching the crap out of that little DC superhero girl show. I'm all about that.
The Supergirl?
No, the little cartoon that they're doing. Never mind.
Oh,
You're not a
I'm
little
sure-
girl. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's going to be cool for
I'm
a
excited
whole new
for my
generation.
nieces for this as well, because,
Yeah. Uriel has a very serious thing to contribute here. It says a comic news site is reporting that DC is down $2 million for the year, and they're going to stop Batgirling and go back to meat and potatoes to recoup losses. But DCU seems to be doing well. So do you think it's just unsubstantiated rumors and clickbait?
okay. I did read an article a couple weeks ago from July sales for DC. Only one of their books, I think it was Batman, was in the top 10, and their sales aren't doing well at all. So I'm thinking after Batman v Superman comes out, that'll be a whole different story.
Yeah.
One thinks, have the Marvel books been boosting the sales of, Marvel movies been boosting the sales of Marvel books, though? I almost feel like they're separate audiences. As strange as that sounds,
No, I get it.
you know?
Well, I mean, the
Is there a
top 10
correlation?
books for July, it was pretty much all Marvel, and then that one Batman book. So
Trite Mare says, is that Joanna Tech Tips? Yep, I'm Joanna from Newegg. I love comics. Love comic books. Bet you didn't know that about me. Know a lot about technology. And a fair amount about comic books.
Also, she's going to be quitting Newegg, aren't you?
You mean I am?
what?
I believe I already have and Tech Tips to do comic books full-time.
You heard it here first.
Yep.
Wait, what?
Crazy thing too. Joanna from Newegg
Which is me.
hates children.
She does.
All
High
children.
five.
She hates gays.
Oh, good to know.
Jennifer's not pleased
She
that I
is
didn't.
planning on burning down.
This is, you guys,
your
Joanna
house?
from Newegg is pretty powerful.
Wait, are you
and
talking
I don't
about
think we
Jen?
should. No,
Yeah.
no.
I thought you were
I
talking
don't
about
know.
No,
Jen.
guys. Everyone constantly comes in here and confuses me with Joanna from Newegg. I'm not Joanna from Newegg. And
Do you really look like her?
I don't know.
I want to look this up.
Yeah,
I have
do
no
that.
idea.
Joanna from Newegg. I'm gonna Google.
I
Who
don't
the
know.
hell is this chick?
Wait, so are we discussing this DC thing or not?
I've never met an Asian girl named Joanna. That's weird.
DC thing.
What's the
Discuss.
DC thing? Oh,
I
I
was in
mean,
NorCal all July. I missed. That's the month that I missed. So
there's a lot of clickbait.
You weren't
know?
you weren't there to present the good books for the people, so they didn't go out and buy them, Matt. It's all your damn fault.
could be.
It's all
Doesn't
your
matter.
damn fault for caring about your family
All right, let's
and doing things out of the ordinary.
Calm down.
And
let's attack this in a more
Oh,
concentrated
you guys,
way.
she's just a pretty Asian girl. She looks nothing like
let
Jen.
me see.
She
Wait a second.
looks nothing like Jen.
That's
Sure
Jen. Jen, look, it's you.
It's like really
No,
Just
it
good.
doesn't
kidding.
look
I'm not
anything
like
racist.
that. It
I
looks
know the
nothing like-
difference
look at her.
between two different women.
Just,
All right.
Look, this is you.
Like if I, never mind. If I was on a high sodium diet,
Oh! You just threw the gauntlet down, Newegg lady.
not
Here,
true.
Drop
Here's
the gauntlet.
thing.
Drop the gauntlet.
No.
Drop the gauntlet.
Here's the thing. I've actually talked to Joanna
My
from
penis has been in
Newegg.
that.
I've actually talked to Joanna from Newegg, and she's very sweet and cool,
'Kay.
right? Because I basically messaged her saying, hey, everyone thinks we look alike. And she's like, that's hilarious. But that's my standard insult for anything. You know, if someone says, oh yeah, look at this person, I'm like, they look like they're on a high sodium diet. It doesn't even mean anything. I don't even know what that means. Like,
bet
what, they
she
have a
says-
little higher cholesterol content? Like, I have no idea what it means. I just say it, and everyone acts like I just insulted somebody.
I bet she says when she gets confused with you, she says, "Yeah, if I was anorexic."
She probably says if I was on a high sodium diet, because we're essentially the same person. So it's not. That wasn't an insult against Joanna. I was just saying.
Basically,
that as a
Jennifer
catchphrase.
hates you, and she wants to call you out.
You guys, let's not invoke the fury of Joanna from Newegg.
wars.
She's a powerful lady. Okay, so that would mean you look like you're retaining water. Oh, well, I definitely didn't mean that. definitely did not mean that. Anyway, so we're not even addressing this really serious question, guys. That was brought up about DC.
No, you don't-
So,
you don't look
DC
like it.
Comics is down on sales, and apparently substantially so.
Yeah.
And they're going to stop Batgirling it up. The interesting thing about saying Batgirl is Batgirl has actually recently undergone a pretty substantial stylistic change.
Couple times.
So it becomes like, are we talking about launching a new series? They're going to stop
New universe, new series,
rebooting
what's happening?
things? Are they going to stop relaunching things in a different direction? Are they going to stop the stylistic changes?
Well, let's look at Batgirl. They changed a lot of things about Batgirl, right?
Because
They
the book
changed
was
times.
really dark, right?
For a while.
It was, yeah.
With Batgirl, they basically went after a new audience, which
Selfies.
is younger women, right? High
of
school students. She does a lot of selfie stuff, a lot of social media stuff. They changed her costume to make her look very utilitarian, not at all
Purple.
sexy, right? So if they mean Batgirling it up, it could mean like trying to go after new audiences with like classic heroes that they're restyling. Meat and potatoes, I'm assuming that would just mean like your standard
Batman,
Superman with his little red tidy
miss those.
reddies, whatever.
Does anyone else miss those?
Yeah, I looked it up.
Kinda miss it.
If they included pop culture and stuff like that into.
And
Got it.
and does that mean anything at all? Do you think that like going back to the so-called meat and potatoes is actually going to boost sales? It's interesting because it seems like they're only targeting their core audience.
I mean, again, I think there's a pretty legitimate point saying, okay, DC Comics is down within their own sales because realistically, Flash and Arrow are the two major properties that are out there that are consistently driving sales.
Yeah.
With that said, Suicide Squad, Batman v Superman, Supergirl,
Aquaman.
So, are they? And I mean, again, are they down compared to their own sales? Are they down compared to
I'll try
other
to
people's?
bring it
I gotta say, I mean, the major question was, is there any legitimacy to this, or is this clickbait? I kind of feel like it's broad enough
Yeah, it's a lot of factors.
that. And the article said Batgirl's doing it. I mean, no, it's just. I hate
can't
to
get
say
an
it,
opinion
but
out
there's
of you
not
guys.
enough substance to the question to give us something to bite into.
All right, if I
So-
infused it with substance to like force opinions out of you guys, do you think them going back to a meat and potatoes approach to their comic books is going to up sales if hypothetically their sales are down?
I would love if they would just. I would love if they
Doing
would just
more
do
of the
like
same, basically.
one Batman book, with with maybe little short story or like other Batman books, but not continuing Batman book. It's just so much. I would love very simple structuring to comics.
I like what you're saying because back in the day there was like so many Spider-Man solo titles.
Right.
But then they made it all Amazing Spider-Man. So everyone that was working on Spectacular Spider-Man would just
Yeah.
be working on the next chapter for Amazing Spider-Man.
It's awesome.
So it was all in order. It was all cohesive. New comic book readers, they go into a comic book store, they don't know where to start.
Yeah.
People ask us all the time, where should we start? If I like X-Men, what should be my first book? I always say Uncanny X-Men #1. Start from the beginning. There's trades all the time. But I don't know. I got this it just went away. I got the sales up for July. Batman #42 was #5. The next DC comic that makes the list is Justice League #11, and it only made $80,000. And Batman made $117,000. The #1 was Secret Wars #4. That made $221,000.
Got it.
But that's comparing a regular series book to a crossover event.
Well,
Right.
maybe DC needs to do more crossovers.
No, they don't.
They're doing enough.
Well,
There's-
anyway, the only other book that wasn't Marvel that hit the top 10 was Archie #1.
And Telebro says that that it seems like they want to change the characters around too much these days. I wouldn't say they want to change the characters, but when you have characters that are literally almost a century old, you want to try new stuff. and you want to explore different parts of characters that are over 70 years old. So there's nothing wrong with that. And if it doesn't work, they know who each of these crazy iconic characters are at the base. So why not try some new stuff?
So your real Uriel says, do we trust DC to make a good crossover right now? The last crossover event they had was Convergence.
Oh,
Convergence, yeah.
Convergence. And what I think the general consensus here was that it was kind of lackluster. It really fell short. They didn't actually take any real risks, and
Nothing
there
really.
weren't. The universe wasn't overturned with a bunch of revelatory stuff like they promised.
Yep.
Do you trust DC to? I know you're the biggest cheerleader when it comes to DC characters.
Okay, do I trust them to do a crossover event right now? No. But they have been knocking their mini crossovers out of the park.
Okay.
Doomed was amazing.
Doom was good.
I mean, pretty much every Batman story has been pretty good.
Very good. Batman.
Starting all the, I mean,
Zero Year was
Yeah.
pretty good.
And
Death in the Family.
and what was the Joker one too?
Uh,
I don't remember.
the one where the Joker.
Endgame.
Endgame.
Joker, Endgame.
Joker, yeah, Batman Endgame.
Their mini stories have been amazing. Their mega crossovers have started out pretty well and then have kind of
Fizzled. They fizzle.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like, I mean, I feel like they've kind of missed the mark as far as their big crossovers. So, do I trust them to do a large crossover right now? No. But do I trust them to do a crossover right now? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the alienated.
Alienated. I think it's
Alienated.
Yeah.
Great story.
Play ball.
Well, we have a question here for Lucas. Can someone read the one about Spider-Man from Zaydu, please? And can you punch to the Team DC, please?
Zaydu wants to know. He wants to start reading Spider-Man comics. Which Spider-Man comic should he read?
I started out with Volume 2 Amazing Spider-Man, and I loved it. John Romita Jr. did most of the art, and I think John Romita Jr. should always be drawing Spider-Man and not Superman into an ape. But I started there, and I loved that that volume. I stopped after they killed Spider-Man and brought him back the next issue, and then he had a whole bunch of different powers. But then they rebooted that all the way with Brand New Day. But the Battle World Spider-Man books right now, like Renew Your Vows, they're amazing. I would definitely check them out. And I think if you're looking for something new for Spider-Man, I would check out in October when Marvel releases the new books. They have Miles Morales coming into the 616 universe. Spider-Gwen's coming back. Silk is coming back. And Amazing Spider-Man is coming back, but it may not be Peter Parker. But yeah, so keep your eyes out for that. And he does have a big story arc in the Secret Wars crossover right now, so I would be picking up Secret Wars. Wait, did I say Secret Wars?
Yeah.
I would be picking up Secret Wars right now.
I just want to bring in Edirian's question. Anybody remember who actually got to meet God in Marvel? The one and only person?
The Fantastic Four met God in Marvel, and he was Jack Kirby.
Would that be Sentry? That's my guess.
No, Edirian has already answered his own question, saying
Peter
Parker did.
Okay.
Sorry, Lucas.
Oh.
Well, you guys need to read that issue of Fantastic Four where they meet God, and God is Jack Kirby.
Why did they meet God?
I don't know. I don't read Fantastic Four.
Great, thanks for the...
SC0 wants to know Superman versus Sentry in an illegal narcotics eating contest.
What?
Who'd win?
What does that even mean?
I would say Sentry. I would say Sentry.
Is it how many they can?
Sentry.
Is it how many they can eat without having it affect them? You've told me before that Superman doesn't actually need to eat; that he does it for show.
Yeah.
True.
Though
then it doesn't affect him.
Right now he can get drunk and he can eat and everything because he's semi-human.
Which is why I'm going with Sentry, because eventually I think Superman would be like, this is stupid. Solar flare, let's do this for real.
Yeah.
I kind of like the
I love it.
drunk Superman. And the.
I totally agree.
So
Drunk Superman from Superman 3.
Does Superman poop just for show, too? Where does the food go?
Who would he show off pooping to? Hey, guys, check this out.
Hey.
I'm going to poop.
No. Hey, what? Hashtag poop selfie.
Hey.
Soup's poop selfie.
Soup poop.
Sitting on the toilet.
Soup's poops.
Sitting on the toilet.
You just
What?
had a
No.
soup's poops. Make that the tagline.
Guys, there's websites for that.
Okay.
People, yeah.
The illegal narcotics thing or the poop
No,
selfie
super
thing?
poops.
I would be really impressed if there was a website where they depicted Superman and Sentry eating illegal narcotics.
Get on the internet.
You know what? Have you guys seen that disturbing picture of like a pregnant Superman kissing Batman?
What the hell?
There's some weird shit out there.
You guys are weird out there.
There's a lot of people shipping Deadpool and Spider-Man, which is kind of high.
I like that this is what has drawn We Both Can Rule the World out. He's like, poop!
Yeah.
Poop! Super
Thanks for
poops.
joining us, We Both Rule the World.
That's right.
Your real says, does Superman have a healing factor? This is the last question before we do our outro. He's supposed to be invulnerable, but he always bleeds as if he just heals fast.
Superman does?
If he explodes, then forget about it.
I think he does.
Superman have a healing factor?
He
Yes.
does, yeah.
Yes, he does.
If he gets back into the rays of a yellow sun,
Yeah.
he's good there.
And we don't count the movies as anything.
Nah. All right, who wants to do the outro? I nominate.
I'll do it.
Go.
Okay.
Don't do something to that Infinity Gauntlet.
Why not?
All right, Wes.
Okay, guys. Put it down. We don't have time. Join us every Wednesday night here at the Comic Book Show. Every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. PST. And you can catch our bite-sized episodes every Monday on Stanley's World of Heroes.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter.
On the Facey
And
Books.
Like us on Facebook.
Friend us on
Yes.
like us.
Like us!
Find our MySpace
Like
page.
us.
We don't have a MySpace page.
We should
Sound-
totally
our
make a
SoundCloud?
MySpace page.
No.
Friendster. Let's do a Friendster.
Yes.
MySpace is dead.
You're dead.
TwinGalaxiesLive.com. We will see you guys next Wednesday.
Cheers. Hey, thanks for the new viewers. Hope to see you guys next
Yes.
week.
Totally.
Totally.
We love you all.
Toodles.
Marvel.
Soup
Marvel.
soups.
Okay.
Marvel. Marvel. Marvel.
Twin Galaxies.